Blast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be Josh the Pirate, and it brings me a 3-litre saucepan full of delight to welcome ye once again to the Humblewood. Above me I have me hearty crew, the heartbreaking Rachel Foucar, the heartfelt Mitch Earnshaw, the heartrending Dan Suelto, and the heartwarming AJ Winters. We must also shout out to our hearty artist Breepie, whose artwork you can see on the screen right now if you look at it, and the Deck of Many, who are the minds behind this particular setting. And it is heartening to note that Woot & Forge are back on board as our sponsors for another season. They design and manufacture high-quality wooden tabletop gaming products that AJ has just dashed off to get, using beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods. They are local to WA, and they even do custom orders. Check out their incredible work at their website, wootandforge.com, and use promo code HUMBLE2 at the checkout for a sneaky little discount, you cheeky little monkeys. So, head on over to wootandforge.com for some awesome deals. And we have a new product out as well. After so much love for the dice trays last couple of weeks, Woot & Forge have decided to release a Christmas bundle. As a thank you, you can now get a dice tray and adventurous chest combo as a gift for either yourself or a fellow player. The chest fits perfectly into the smaller side of the dice tray, which is pretty neat, and you can get them in matching wood with leather inlays of either obsidian, bordeaux, or night sky. Fucking sexy stuff. So, guys, who the absolute heck is everybody? Rachel, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucar. I'm a writer, actor, and creative trash at large. You can find me on the internet on various social media at Rachel Foucar, and you can also find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on this very internet. It's a sci-fi book. They're trying to get to Mars. Things happen. It's fun. You should check it out. And if you are about in Perth and want another thing to check out, I'm doing a fringe show next year called The B-Plot Girls. It's got songs, it's got comedy, it's got me playing a disgusting girl boss character. It's a lot of fun, and you should come see it. The B-Plot Girls.
And the link is in chat, because I did that.
Thank you.
Good like that. There's also the link for AJ's box and the Paparotica 7 Heavenly Sins as well. And welcome, Brenser. Brenser is Brendan Ellis of Corsair's Cove fame. So, Brendan, welcome. Thanks very much for coming and hanging out. Brendan is Eric over there on the other Humble.
More suffering Eric.
Yeah, Eric gets to see what happened to poor old Morawenshi. Cool. And Nikolai is also here. Oh, we're all joining.
Nikolai!
Great, splendid. Well, Mitch, tell me who the absolute heck you are.
Hey, going everybody. I am Mitch. You can find me on the social medias at Twitter. The Twitter link will have just popped up. And I just put something into the chat because I will be streaming again as of probably next week, I would say. Just some assorted random games, and I'll just do my usual shit talking to people that come in and shit talk me. So, but yeah, I will be playing Nevermore this evening. Nevermore's recovering from a bout of amnesia. I don't quite know why I'm sitting here surrounded by peasants, but here I am nonetheless. So, okay.
Alrighty. Dan, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I am Dan. I am D-Reb on Twitch chat and on Roll for Damage's Discord. Coming out. Aside from that, I lurk pretty much and support my friends in the shadows for most of the things I do is in the meat space. But in terms of D&D roleplaying, you can find me here, Roll for Damage, on Monday nights, which is you are here right now already on top of it. And on Courses Scope this Wednesday for Avatar stuff, where I play Spear Dude.
Forgot about that.
Really cut down the introduction
you're
on
welcome.
Sorry.
I play a Spear Dude. Go. And AJ, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm AJ Winters. I'm going to go aggressive because I have no energy. So I'm going to be overly energized for no reason. I make world building videos on the internet occasionally because I did have a weekly schedule. That's gone away for a little bit because I'm launching a Twitch channel in December. Starting off with this Sunday, I'm hosting a little Twitch event to thank everyone for getting over 200 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. So come hang out with me, 7 p.m. AWST this coming Sunday, the 28th on twitch.tv/Winter's Tales, because that's a thing now.
Okay, and that's
tonight
also...
I am playing Jude Littlefoot. That one.
That one. The one that's on screen sometimes. Yeah. Cool. And oh, that's right. I have to talk about me. I, the absolute heck, am Josh the Pirate. Guys, I am the DM of Humblewood here on Monday nights on Roll for Damage, but you knew that because you're here. Good job. Keep doing it. Otherwise, you can find me in my Humblewood world on Corsair's Cove on Thursday nights, which is my own channel that I run with the Mother of Bunnies. And yeah, we do more Humblewood on Thursday nights. And as of this Wednesday, yeah, we've got the Avatar crew coming over to hang out with us as well, which is very exciting. Beyond that, if you like my face and voice, you can check me out in Paparotica at Fringe World, where I am one half of that silliness. The link has already been up in chat, and if you like the majestic voice but you think I could stand to turn the face down a bit, you can find me on the podcast There Be Dragons, where I played the infamous and deadly pirate Scairn Felspar. How much do you need me to turn down the volume and his little dragon Hrosh? I know.
You didn't do the gesture.
You distracted me. Und his little dragon Hrosh. I didn't realize that I had a gesture.
You do it every
I do it
time.
every week. You didn't know you had a gesture?
I'm not very aware of my body. Okay. I must also remind our keen, razor-sharp, and occasionally even Swiftian audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things. We have all the socials, and you can check out episodes you may have missed on the YouTube. Now that's you boob. I can't spell. Boob. I just did it
That's
again.
an entirely different website.
Yeah,
that
don't go
one.
check out YouBoob. It's
YouTube,
a bad
it's
one.
excellent stuff, weird Humblewood stuff. They're very odd. Okay, and it's also worthy to note the Spellfire bar down at the bottom of the screen. Any donations, bits, and subs all go to fill it up. When it gets full, we roll on the deck of Many's harrowing deck, and we love it when that happens, don't we, guys?
And we fuck up Trish.
We do. Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
Trish's
yeah,
turn.
yes, please.
So if you would
That's
like
too
to
easy.
see, if you would like to see the person that has threatened you for 3 seasons to buy her book be tortured incessantly by a card that's being pulled, then donate to the Arrow Bar.
We're less than 90% left to fill. We're a little over 10%.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I think
Nothing.
you might be okay.
I'm feeling pretty safe, feeling pretty overconfident.
No, don't feel safe.
No,
Not
I'm fine.
For now.
I will
there's
rally
only
the
one
people
more.
against you because you're the only one that hasn't been messed
And
with.
there is an awful lot of roll for damage left for the year. We've got Eden's Apple and TSA are on this week as well, Thursday night and Friday night, or Friday morning and Saturday morning if you are of an American persuasion or something like that, one or the other. Yeah, we've got a very exciting Christmas couple of one-shots. Nikolai is going to be back next week running the second half of his one-shot, which turned into a two-shot because it's hard to wrangle people, particularly the people he had, Karen Schling, AJ Winters, Tristan McGuinness, and Hardway Jones. Yeah, a poor guy. So yeah, Nocturne Nights will be coming back next Wednesday for One Shot Wednesday as well. So there's plenty more opportunities to donate and really fuck up Rachel later. So I think it would be really jolly for someone to stop and talk off into the void for a few minutes. And I think
Jude!
Jude's turn.
Yes.
Excellent. Jude,
Okay.
whip it out.
Okay. Hello, Void.
Hello, Jude.
It's so nice to hear from you. Okay, so last week,
Ooh, what
or
happened?
an hour ago, we got to the city. We got inside of the city in carts that we were pretending to be slaves in. And then I tried to steal a muffin, but got slapped by my friend, which was weird. Then we got led through the city by Morenchi. And then we talked about our plans about breaking into the tower to steal the horn. And so we got gifted disguises to be elementals, but Nevermore stayed behind to babysit little Ibn. Oh, and then we stealthed into the tower, following Moinchi and going through the kitchens. It was really cool. We got to the tower and we had to go through doors and corridors, and we killed 2 people and shoved their bodies into boxes. And then when we got to the room with the horn, it was not what we thought. On these little podiums were our stuff. The things that mattered most to us. Trish's pocket knife, Benneck's letter, and my good Muffin. It was a very hard choice to make. To make. We didn't want to leave our things, you see, but we knew that in order to save Helvig, we needed to be able to get home. So we sacrificed our items forever until an hour later we were outside and they were still in our bags. Because the guy didn't actually take them, he just made us think that he took them. Wow, what an adventure, right, Void?
Certainly sounds like an adventure to me, Jude. Thank you for filling me in.
You're welcome.
Well, I think it's also an important point, and I didn't specify this last week, but when Trish rolled for it, but Trish, you knew Arthur from the Bandit Coalition days. I didn't actually specify that, so I thought we should just fill you in on that one. Well done. Well, mateys, thank you, Void. Thanks, Josh. May former slave... slaves turn out... I'm having a psychotic episode.
It's getting so meta.
I can taste margarine. Is that weird?
I'm
Ladies-
margarine.
I was thinking of marzipan, actually. That's what I can taste. Mateys, may
That
former
just-
slaves turn out to have mutual acquaintances and all your treasured possessions remain safely on your person as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood.
Did you just echo the mounting heat and passion? Josh, we know you too well now.
Yeah,
Got to surprise us.
just
I
a
do
little bit.
like the Void's character arc. That's my favorite. Of the
That's a weird
Reverse
day.
favorite moments. We do.
Reverse favorite moment.
People have to give their own.
I really like the bit where Nevermore complained about having to babysit Ibn.
Did he?
I'm making
wait.
predictions, Josh.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing
Almost
a backwards
certainly.
roll. I'm doing a backwards favorite moment here.
Predictive favorite moments. I really enjoyed the bit where Benneck died. No, all right.
Wait, hold on.
Oh lordy.
Oh
So,
my.
first off, we need to establish Nevermore. Last week, I don't know, say last week, a couple of hours ago in the world, you entered, you were led down a few passageways and alleyways by a figure you did not recognize, but who recognized, Cash, actually. But she had you had been mistaken for, Cash. It was Trish, actually. But,
All map hatch look alike. Yep.
yeah, well, when you've never met a map edge before, they sort of do.
Yes, you look exactly like Kral.
Rough. Even Morowenchi would be able to tell the difference. And in fact, Morowenchi could. It was Ibn, the extremely young child, that was like, Kesh, hi, nice to see you again. Because Ibn, spoilers, has never met a map edge before. You and Kesh were the only map edge they've ever met. He found his mum, and Morowenchi led you to her home in the city of Molten Glass. The inside of the building is a riot of color. The walls have all been painted with murals of places from the Humblewood. The wall above the food preparation alcove is the view from this village of Crestmarch looking out over the wood. While the main wall, the central wall of the room, is quite clearly a lovingly rendered image of the Alderheart as seen from the east. Another, above the alcove with a stone table in it, features a fresco of the hot springs that you had your spa day at. The place possesses a couple of sleeping alcoves covered over by curtains and a narrow staircase that leads to the upper floor. Fatima and the 2 green Lahab have stayed and are helping you mind Ibn. Though the young steam method doesn't seem to have any particular interest in leaving now that he's there. And while the gang were hanging out there, they were all Morwenshi modified your amulets to make you appear to be elementals.
Mm-hmm.
Nevermore, what did you look like? What do you now look like as an elemental?
Are there versions of like Phoenix around there?
Not only
at all?
are there, but Morwenshi is one. Morwenshi looks like a bird folk who is on fire.
Well, I would love to look exactly like that.
Morwenshi
Not
makes
exactly
you look like a
Morwenshi, but very
blokey,
similar.
a more manly version of the same. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
You probably look very like you, just on fire now.
Yeah. Beautiful. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Cool. Love it. So yeah, you have been tasked with looking after Eben while Morwenshi sneaks the others into the Gaius' tower. How would you go? And Fatima and the two Lahab are also hanging out with you. What would you do? Would you do anything? Would you yeah.
I have to say I feel quite at home here. Oddly. It's just all the views of our lands. Who drew these? I'll be questioning.
Ibn would say, "Mother make." Nice, yes.
Very talented. Very talented. Yes, well, what do you method people do for fun? Do you like, I don't know, juggle or play some sort of instrument?
He looks a little confused actually. He speaks the language. He knows the word fun, but he doesn't really know how you would go about doing these. He says, "What? How does fun?"
Let me show you. And I guess I'm just going to start pulling some like random sleight of hand things, except I'm not going to be doing sleight of hand. I'm actually going to be casting magic and making it look like I'm doing sleight of hand, because I can't do sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I'm sure Trish could do this properly, but and then I'm just pulling magic tricks really, and just being like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Can you make me a performance check, please?
Sure, I can do that.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
With
lovely.
a +6.
Heck yeah. He's very charismatic now.
23.
Oh shit. Yeah. This kid is entranced. It is really, it enjoys this, and it sees what you're doing, and you can see its eyes are wide with learning. And after a couple of goes, it reaches behind your ear and pulls out. It looks like the pin. It looks like your amulet. It looks like your feather pin. I think that you said your amulet looked like, but he pulls it out from behind your ear and goes, "Fun."
Look down. Is it gone from my? Is it
gone? It's not. It's still there. He's imitated what you have done and cast minor illusion.
My word! I'll turn to Fatima and the green elementals and start clapping my hands.
Fatima laughs and claps as well, and says, "This one is very young,
very talented as well.
The elementals grow very quick. They learn very fast. I don't think Eben is more than a week old."
A week? Good Lord, I couldn't have done that in a week. Could have done something pretty close, but I was pretty brilliant when I was young. And then I'll just start like, I don't know, I'll just really kind of entertain them, talk to them. I'm in a decidedly good mood.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Well, you got out of manual labor as well.
Well, there's that, yeah. I didn't have to do a thing.
Didn't have to go and do something dangerous and stupid.
Sometimes, this is something my father said to me once or twice. Sometimes you have to dim your own light to allow others to shine through. So what I've done this time is I've just dimmed my light and allowed the other three to just shine a little bit brighter for a moment. because I understand my light can be quite glaring at times.
Ibn is it's like and Ibn is a steam method, so he actually has a sort of an internal radiance, and the steam about him seems to get less bright. Like he seems to have dimmed himself a little bit.
Oh no! Don't put yourself out. Don't extinguish yourself. No.
And it goes,
very counterproductive.
And becomes extremely bright now. All of us is like, oh, okay, it becomes very, very bright.
Oh god, not that bright.
Okay. Strings back down.
But that's pretty much it. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't do anything that I wasn't instructed to do.
I would also like to clarify for the audience my take on the planes. And Fatima is actually an excellent foil for doing that. If you Nevermore, I'm going to say you express a little bit of an interest about what Fatima plans to do with the 2 green Lahab. And she would say, I will try to get them back to their home plane, the plane of life. I don't quite know how they got here, but the borders between the planes are sometimes permeable. In my version of this universe, there are not 4 elemental planes, but 6. The other 2 are the plane of life and the plane of death. Because there is no sort of afterlife, the plane of death is not. You sort of go there to where your soul sort of joins with it, but you don't retain a sentience or a consciousness after death. Is the trick. And most of the Amaranthines, the gods such as they are, live on the plane of life, or one of the other planes. The plane of death, however, does have plenty of inhabitants, and it's an elemental plane just like the others. So you can have death elementals, and Lahab are life elementals, a minor form of life elemental. The Amaranthines, and this actually sort of explains why the Celestials and Fiends and Elementals are sort of the triangle of antagonism, because they're all functionally elementals. They're just different kinds of elemental, an appreciably different kind of elemental. So the Amaranthines, mostly live on the plane of life, but Nevermore would be aware that Gesmi, who is the Corvum Amaranthine, rules the demi-plane of smoke, which is the where it would be technically at the border of air and fire. So there you go, just a little bit of lore dump there, lores in chat, everybody. Okay, guys on the tower, what are you doing and how do you get down?
Okay. Well, when she said something about you can going backwards will get you down.
We can
So
also
maybe
jump down.
Counterpoint, we could not do that. That sounds awful.
You are standing at the doorway to one of the towers that juts out of the main agglomeration of shards at the very top. The view is vertiginous, but quite impressive if you like that sort of thing. You are about 1 kilometer up.
I think kitchen.
How much is that in feet?
1 kilometer in feet is about 3,000 feet. 3,000-ish.
I think about the kitchen and open the door.
You would have to cross a bridge to go back to another shard. But yeah, you can do that. Make a wisdom check, please, Jude.
Wisdom.
I need 6 spells. Yeah, I can do that. I can get us down safely at 3,000 feet.
Wisdom.
Yeah, 3,280 feet.
Saving throw or regular?
No, sorry, wisdom check. Wisdom check.
That didn't roll. There we go, 17.
17. Jude, yeah, you nail it. You think kitchens, and yeah, you open the door, and there is the the caverns, the huge cavern of the kitchens. It is radiating a huge amount of heat. It is underground, and you can see the army of servants and cooks in the kitchens that Gaius appears to employ.
Hey, look!
Well, wow.
Oh, yeah,
That was
that's
very easy.
If
better than
only you'd
jumping.
rolled that high in the first place.
Those
Also-
2 guards could have been spared.
Well, it helps also that you knew where you were going. You didn't know exactly what the room looked like on the way up. But yeah, 17, plenty high enough. Good, yeah, you do that. You
It's not red!
I could have slowed down our fall, but I'm glad that we don't have to do that.
Yeah. You do that. You make your way back down. Morwenshi intercepts you shortly after you enter because the whole place is extremely complicated, labyrinthine even, and she guides you back out. She issues some sharp orders to other workers and other cooks in the kitchen saying she'll be returning later. She has an errand to run to the market. And yeah, you guys are... She takes you back out and says, "You got what you came for? Where is it?"
It's back with its owner. But we got it.
"Oh, you sent... So you do not have it on you."
No.
"That is probably for the best. Okay, I shall take you back to your friend, and then... what then?"
I'm going to message Benneck. Should we tell her we killed 2 people? And that maybe she should not be suspicious and go back to the kitchen? No?
No, because then the less she knows, the better, probably.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Cool.
That's a great idea. Let's go back to Nevermore.
You do that.
Yeah.
She takes you back. Great. Yeah, she takes you back to her place. It is late afternoon in the city. Mid afternoon in the city. And one of the 3 suns is heading towards the horizon. You haven't been here long enough to determine whether or not there is a nighttime here, but one of the suns is heading towards the horizon. She brings you back. That was quite fast as well. I am impressed.
Hello.
We are back.
Oh.
Thank you for looking after. Was Ibn well behaved?
Oh my lord, Ibn is brilliant. Brilliant. He's learned some things so quickly.
Oh no.
Very impressed.
What
do you mean,
did
oh
sh-
no?
What did you show him?
Ibn?
Ibn
Show the
goes
trick.
over to Morwenshi and pulls Nevermore's pin from behind her ear and shows her.
Hey, yes, well done. See?
And
Magic!
he looks extremely pleased with himself, and she smiles and says, "Well done, very good." And then she waves her hand on it, and it doubles in size. And he goes, and then focuses on it, and it shrinks back down, and then it goes big again, and it shrinks back down, and he goes off to his little alcove, his room, and starts like big, small, and then you see him go, and it shrinks even smaller. He's like, and she smiles dotingly at it.
Fascinating. That was a pleasure.
Thank you for looking after him.
Yes.
So, I have a question. Who exactly was your friend that you are here to save?
I
Sorry?
also glance at everyone else in the party like
Sorry, friend.
that was a loaded question.
Friend saving? What?
You came here. They told you guys told her last week that you were here in the plane of fire to save a friend.
Didn't we
Oh.
tell her that it was Helvig? Because
You did.
us that- Yeah.
Oh, of course. That's right. That's actually why we're here. Yes.
So
Um.
I have done some discreet asking around about the battle at your scorched grove.
Mhm.
The being that your ice shard slew. I will not say his name, but it died. He did not come back here. He
Good.
died. No, I don't think you understand. Elementals that powerful cannot die. They return to the plane. They don't die. He died.
So it wasn't an elemental of great power, it was something else then for it
No.
to die.
He was the greatest, the strongest of all of us.
So we killed the strongest elemental?
You
Yeah,
did.
are you saying that? Correct me if I'm wrong here. You're saying that kind of strong elemental can't die, and it's very much dead. So you're saying that a friend is the guy you won't mention?
I don't know. But I think what happened is that I know that he, the one whose name I will not say, bound his soul to your friend. This made him part of your world. And so he was able to open a door. That is how we all got there.
Bound
But-
his soul is hot. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, never a good idea to bind your soul to something. That's
If you are bound to another creature, if he was bound to your friend,
Oh, I
He
get
d-
it now. Shut up, Trish. Shut up, Trish.
I don't know what you're talking.
I don't think we know.
Trish doesn't know.
know.
None of you know.
I'm just being a
Trish
shit.
is Rachel's
I
stirring.
saw everybody laugh, and I was like, "What did they laugh
What?
at?" I was like, "Oh wait,
Oh.
they're laughing
You.
at me."
Yeah. It's a meta joke. So I'm not going to acknowledge it.
Okay.
She says, yes. I believe what happened was your friend. Part of what it took from your friend was mortality. It was no longer just an elemental, so it could die. This is sad. Not because I grieve for the loss of him whose name I won't say, but we elementals are our planes. We are an extrusion, part of it. Part of the fire plane died. Is gone.
What does that mean for the
Yeah.
fire plane?
I do not know. We are smaller a little now. A small part. But there is... I don't know.
Wait, wasn't the big guy like the strongest one? That's what you said, right?
I did.
So does that mean there's like just the largest part of the fire plane is like
Not all of the plane is physical, is elemental. But some of its power died. You slew part of the plane of fire, is what I am saying. Through its own hubris, I am not blaming you.
Good, because I was about to apologize. I
Don't.
don't like doing that. So
But
What-
there is.
what-
I am. You go.
I was. What would it mean for the fire plane if we take Helvig back with us?
Well, this is why I ask. Because it's for the plane, I don't know. But the reason your friend survives here is because you cannot give something like that without also you cannot take something like that without also giving. Your friend's soul was bound to it, but it also was bound to him. So he gained something from it, and what he gained was the safety of the plane, the ability to be possibly only a small amount of it, One shot, one go,
Wow.
one opportunity.
To seize everything. You ever
Everything you
wanted.
ever wanted in one moment.
To
Yeah.
catch it. Okay, yes, sorry.
When you find how big he is going to be eating his mum's spaghetti.
Moenchi, does the name Hive Heart mean anything to you?
Do
Heard
not
of this
know.
before? Okay.
But
Worth
it
checking.
is it would. What did it look like?
Fireflies. It was where we never actually saw the Hive Heart itself, but our companion had a connection with it in some way and was able to, I guess, summon small fireflies. It's almost a signature of his.
I see. This would probably be a part of his bond with this creature. So, did he have the hive heart with him? Was it?
I believe it was in him.
Oh, it could well have been what the one whose name I won't say looked like on your plane.
Ah, I see.
How he got himself there. A lure. He would have been not strong enough to make himself manifest, only a tiny part. But he would want that part to be picked up by something, one of you. So he must make it look interesting
Appealing.
or attractive. Yes, a lure. And this is what your friend wound up getting. Did he know the nature of the deal he made?
I believe Helvig's understanding was that he was to hold on to it until he could pass it on to a great hero.
There
Correct
was
me
a
if I'm wrong.
legend. A
I
legend
wonder
in
if-
his town, I think.
Oh, I wonder where they got that legend. Perhaps from the hive heart itself.
Wow.
So, my question to you is, if he is here, it is a part of him. But you say you spoke to him before, which means he is here and he is sentient. His mind is here. But if he is here, then he is here because he is an elemental. But he would not be a strong one. Certainly not strong enough to go back to your plane and live. So how do you mean to get him there?
That's just a bloody splendid question, isn't it?
Oh, wait. Did we not tell people to make him like a body?
Yeah,
You
were
did
both-
not. You
Did we
never
just
did
forget
that.
about that the whole time?
Hmm.
Oh, shit.
Nor
And
did you
descending.
acquire enough Hathrasil or Halversite to make a body, even though I
Hmm.
offered you several opportunities to do so. I asked
For some
more
reason,
than
I thought
once.
that was being dealt with. Why did I feel
When
like
you
it was
left
being
the mine, that if you wanted to do anything else, and then before you came here, I asked if you wanted to do anything else or say anything else to anybody else. I
I
asked
thought it was. I thought
so
we
many
talked to-
times.
Didn't we talk to the professor about the body?
Nope. You said something to Jordan.
Oh, son of a bitch. Jordan, come on, man.
I
Jordan-
swore we talked to someone about this.
Hey, Helvig is not
You
Benneck's
spoke to.
friend,
You
so-
said it in Jordan's presence. Jordan said, Professor Varus might be able to talk to. Might be able to do it. He would be the one to talk to. I think is the way I usually put things. Pretty confident that's what Jordan said.
Did
Question
we not talk
then.
to the headmaster?
No.
No, I know we did not talk to the headmaster about the body.
So, if Helvig is too weak to be back on the material plane, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
Or
the
the
prime
materi-
material.
Yes, beautiful. No worries. If Helvig's too weak to be in the material plane without a body, is there any way that we can bring Helvig back in one of ours? I kind of have a little bit of experience with sharing part of myself with another entity.
Oh, I see. This is
I
what
know it can
is
be
in
done.
your head.
Yes, correct.
I thought it would be rude to ask. You have 2 souls, and I don't know why, but you are from another plane, and I thought it was just something that you did.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
I'm glad you're very sensitive to these things. I would have asked straight away, to be honest, if I knew.
Your
it a thing?
friend, you could, I suppose. I don't know how you would go about it.
I do.
Well, yes. Wait, you do?
I hold up my god muffin.
Okay. What? Sorry.
Don't drop it on the floor.
Sorry.
Muffin drop.
Is there some significance to you pulling a muffin out of your bag? Because I've seen you do it probably a couple hundred times now.
This is the muffin that connects to Gaspard. I'm going to ask Gaspard to help me do it.
May I suggest do not summon Gaspard here in my house, please?
I will not.
We'll do it out of the town, because then they might have some beef with Gaius or something.
Exactly. Gaius would not like having Gaspard here.
No, I'm going to do it when we get to Helvig.
I see. A good idea.
Is
Will
there something
Gaspard-
you can help us with? Or sorry, Trish.
Will Gaspard be okay here? Moenchi, didn't you say something about Amaranthine not being as powerful here? Can he be here at all?
He is an Amaranthine. He can go where he pleases. But he would, it is more sort of... I said earlier he was a match for Gaius, maybe, here. If it was not in Gaius's palace, Gaspard is the stronger. Gaius is at its core of his power is here. Gaspard is the core of his power is on the plane of life.
Okay. He can be here, he just can't start fights.
It was be unwise of him to start a large fight.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to tell an Amaranthine not to what to do.
That was my plan anyway.
I've got a question for you, DM. Remind me, just because obviously it's been a couple of weeks and I've had a lot going on.
Sure.
The agreement with Charybdis was to get the horn.
Yep.
And then blow the, was it pearlescent conch or something?
The horn is the pearlescent conch.
Okay.
She gave you a little lamp full of oil. You pour some of that on the horn, and it blamps back to her. And then when you're ready to come back to her, you do the same to yourselves.
Oh, so we pour oil in ourselves. Okay, wonderful.
And that'll take you back. Yeah, and Helvig, and that'll take you back to Halekakelon. And at which point Helvig will be a fire elemental on the plane of water.
And die.
And die immediately. Which she did express to you. It was like, don't bring it back here without first resolving the whole he's a fire elemental thing.
Okay. So
he actually Morwenchi would clarify. He would be able to live for a short amount of time on your plane, but not long. Minutes. But if you take him back through the plane of water, he will die immediately. It is inimical to him. He would be literally snuffed out. His soul would go. I don't know why it came here, but it won't come back again.
Jude?
Yeah.
How confident are you about your muffin? Can I look at the muffin with my eye and
hey,
just
Jay.
just sense if there's like something different about that muffin?
Oh, there definitely fucking is.
It's got
There definitely is.
Oh,
This is a muffin. I don't know if you recall when she met Gaspard in the clearing on the way.
I do recall her getting the muffin.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was visibly something quite different
It-
about it. I
if you look
imagine
at it
might
through
glow.
your- If you look at it through your Iralath eye, it definitely glows an amaranthine color. It's sort
Alright,
of
well, in that
there is
case,
a
yeah,
sort
I
of a
don't question
holy
it.
radiance coming off it, just faintly. In fact, significantly more faintly than on the plane on the material plane. It's very muted here, almost as if somebody's turned it down.
Down for what?
Da, 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 da. Right. So, yeah, cool. Right. So, the
we're
what?
off then, or
I'm very confident in my muffin.
that's all I need to hear.
Nevermore, you hear Iralath in your mind say, "My offer stands, but if your friend's pastry can answer the question better."
Can you remind me of your offer, Iralath?
She offered, I believe, when you accepted your pact. She could, or at another point, she can use the power she is generating, creating, storing, to make her own body, so she can leave your head. She can use that power to build a body for Helvig instead.
Okay.
That was the solution I sent you to the. I didn't let you go to the plane of fire without any solutions.
One, yeah.
But
there is.
That was
there
the
is
assumption.
potentially-
That was the solution I assumed you guys were going to go with. Because I was like, oh, okay,
Well,
they didn't pick up the body
that
thing.
was 100% the solution that I had forgotten. So I'm glad you brought that back up. Thank you, Iralath. Yes.
Also,
You know
the
what,
body thing wouldn't even work because you'd have to get him to the plane first. You have to get him through the water plane.
We'll see what this muffin does, and then if this muffin doesn't do its thing, then it's time for you and I to do our thing.
Who? Jude, my friend, you say you know how to put a soul in another body. Would you be offering to take his soul back in you?
Of course.
I see.
Helvig is my brother.
It's a big offer. I respect it. I do. Very well. I am glad that you are knowing what you are doing. I think, in the nicest way possible, it would be good for you to leave now.
Yeah.
Go get
How
your
do we
friend.
get out of the city?
Fatima actually chimes in at this point. She's been sitting calmly watching, like, this is so far out of my pay grade. She goes, I can help with this. Before, when we sold all the carts of Kahil, I saved one. I stabled one of the Shahalia at the caravansary in the market, thinking that perhaps you would want it. You can have it. My gift to you.
Very kind. Thank you.
The Shahalia are the big lizard creatures. The beasts of burden thing. One of them, they're big, so all four of you could ride one of them. Which is the intention.
Perfect.
I can take you to the market.
Please, an escort of some sort and directions would be wonderful. Bit of guidance.
Of course. Morwenshi says, I will leave you here then. Please. I wish you luck. Thank you for... thank you for helping Ibn get back to me. And I was not able to express it well last time. But if you should see your friend Kesh, or her accomplices, Arthur, Javier, and Eric, please give them my gratitude as well. They are they're good people.
Ibn, Keep working on that trick, please.
He reaches behind his ear and pulls out an enormous feather.
Whoa, Lord. Make
And
sure
grins.
that
Like a
Troy,
peacock.
come show me a trick sometime. If you ever cross paths again.
Yeah. She pats his head proudly, and Fatima leads you out of the house and up the lane towards the marketplace. As you head out into Gorman Vasultan Mahil Maktub Ginsestri Het Veltonre, you head up towards the market. Can I get a perception check, please?
Perception.
Perception.
That's 20.
22, 22.
I walk like I own the place because I'm a swole tree.
That is too many 22s.
That's a lot of 22s. Benneck, you only get a 19. You don't have advantage, I'm afraid.
Understand.
But that's still very good. Who got the... Yeah, Nevermore. Right. Nevermore. Well, you, straight up all of you except Trish, notice a commotion up ahead.
Knife time.
And several Munsahir guards run past you, looking flustered. The glassy plumes on their helmets clinking as they run. Nevermore, you catch one of them saying as they run past that there has been a theft in the tower. And Jude, you hear mention of 2 guards being killed.
Oh no.
Fatima turns to Trish and says, "You killed guards?"
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I think we should leave.
Okay. She looks a little less, like, totally fine with being with you guys. She gets you to the market with little further interruption. Everyone here seems to be packing up early for the day. The Caravan Master, a very portly, let's say fat, Munsahir man, with a sort of, he's got a very broad silk belt around his expanded middle. He would say to Fatima, "You should get back into a safe place. The city is not safe to be when Gaius is angry. People are going home and riding this one out. I almost pity those who did this."
Yes, they will be dealt with swiftly, I'm sure. Is there any chance that there's going to be trouble for us if we're about to... Because we're about to depart. We have business elsewhere in the realm. Is there going to be issues at the gate? I'm asking the dude.
I believe they are searching all those leaving the city. A theft occurred, I believe. So, they will be searching for the missing item.
Oh.
If you are transporting anything that is less than legal, I would advise you wait until this passes. And he says with a knowing smile, like, this place is a hub of black marketeering. Like, almost every trader would do a little bit of shift and something dodgy. Every single one of them fancies themselves a Han Solo.
All Jude can think about is muffins illegal? I just have a
Thank you very
backpack
much.
of muffins. That's all I have.
Yeah, including a god muffin.
And oh yeah, fuck.
All right, Fatima. You might as well head back now. I think we kind of know our way. And we kind of blend in a bit now, too.
Yeah. She actually leads, like, it's a good portion of the way back is actually on the way to the gate. She will leave you shortly before you get to the gates and saying, "Yes, the gods may be suspicious if a merchant who had a big caravan and a bunch of mortal slaves this morning is seen without them later, particularly after the bribe. Goodbye, and good luck. I hope you find your friend, and for all our sakes, I hope I never see you again."
Well, that's a little bit rude, but sure, why not? Okay.
I don't
goodbye.
understand the point of view, though.
Yeah, she smiles. She hugs Jude. And yeah, she waves you off.
Good luck.
Thank you, my friend. As you approach the gates, it is clear that few people are trying to leave, and the few that are being searched. You are third in line, so you do have a little while to sort of prepare. You've got your big lizard creature thing. It's probably 10 foot high at the shoulder. So it's a big thing. All four of you could ride it without putting any major strain on it at all. It's got a couple of saddlebags. It's rigged to be ridden. Yeah. So the guards are there's about a dozen of them. 6 are sort of like watching out, and 6 are doing the actual searching. They're commanded by a guy you actually saw before because you came in like 5-6 hours ago to the city. You came in this morning, and it's the same guard captain as before. He's not a captain. He's no more than a sergeant. Actually, he doesn't have very many plumes on his on his glass helm, but there's a few. They appear to be being thorough, but not particularly. Like you would get from looking at them, they don't think they're gonna find anything, but they are being thorough.
They're looking for one thing and one thing in particular, not so much other stuff, I imagine.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, you have a little bit of time to prepare yourselves for this. How are you going to go about? Are you going to disguise anything? And yeah.
I think we should get our story straight as to why we were here and why we're leaving.
I would remind Trish that you don't look like you looked when you came in.
It's helpful.
They
still might ask.
Yeah.
Should we say that we're going to check out the powerful site because we heard in the tower that they were looking for the dragon?
Yeah, we can do that.
That we're tasked with it or something?
You heard that they were putting together a force. Okay.
Yeah, and we'll say that we're like the scouting team or whatever.
The scouting team?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure, why not?
What do we do about the lamp?
We don't have the lamp.
We don't have it.
No,
Oh,
You do have the lamp.
With the oil.
sorry.
Oh.
I remember that.
The thing
That's
that
probably
reeks
what
of
we're
the
going-
plane of water.
Yeah.
Good question. Good question.
I'll shelf it. Straight up the cloaca.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Incredibly uncomfortable. This is a very the handle.
oh no. Oh.
Shelving?
Put it in the prison wallet.
What if I'm not sure if this is gonna work properly, but I pull out my little bead. I cover it with my hand so I don't burn anybody. But I'm like, what if you give me the lamp and I put it in the same bag as this, and maybe it'll like.
Or you could put it in the muffin bag as well.
What would the bead do?
The
Is
bead
this
is
just fire, right,
incredibly
animating?
hot. The bead is over sort of 1,000 degrees centigrade. It's intensely hot to anybody other than Benneck. He
So
can
if I
hold
put it
it
in
or
the
put it in
bag-
any of his possessions, but nobody else can be in physical contact with it without suffering extreme burns.
So if he's got the torch or the lamp, and puts that near it, maybe that kind of does overshadow the whole water thing.
Yeah, like bury it in my bag because they don't look like they're.
If he puts them
Searching that
together,
comment.
if he puts them together with my Irilath eye, is there any sort of, or even like an Arcana check? Am I able to?
Can you
read
Arcana check me,
anything?
please? Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try and put it in both in my bag if I get given the lamp.
sure.
Nope.
You look at it and you can see both things are. It's not that they're canceling each other out. They're both like very bright. They're both there, but they're not. One isn't blocking the other. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jude, could you put it in your muffin pouch underneath some of the muffins?
Yeah, but if they are searching everything, they're going to find it.
Well, just
Well,
cover
isn't
it
it
with
like-
muffins.
Oh, I
Isn't
have
it-
100 muffins.
If you put it underneath the muffins, then hopefully they'll pull out a muffin.
Yeah, I'm
Isn't
gonna.
it like an extra dimensional space? Don't they have to know what's in there to take something out?
Yeah, I think so.
I will. It's
bad
a
news.
bag of holding kind of thing.
It is a bag of muffin holding.
I can only put muffins in there.
What if
Muffins
you
and
put
other
the-
gluten-based products.
What
Alright,
if he
back to the
transmutes
cloaca.
the lamp into muffin?
Can we do that?
What, turn the lamp into a muffin? No.
Yeah,
Can you?
Can we
I don't know.
ask Gaspard? Turn the lamp to a muffin.
You have a question for Gaspard. It's an important one. I wouldn't waste it on how do I turn a lamp into a muffin.
What if I
Um,
like wear it on my head as a hat?
Trish,
It's still gonna be
can
a
you get me an
border
intelligence
thing.
check, Trish?
Oh, we could just say that we're...
Intelligence check.
Or no, actually, it'll be sleight of
Wax it
hand.
like a candle.
Because I was about to.
I'm a little
Ah.
teapot.
Trish, it occurs to you that a significantly less magical option might be the solution to this.
Rivalry.
Sleight of hand.
Mm.
When being searched, it is possible to twist and turn your body in a manner that makes them think that they've searched you properly, but they haven't.
I didn't know
Trish.
that was possible.
Trish, Trish with a 22 would be proficient in this particular manner of deception, I will say. So yeah, Trish could have it on her person, and they could search her, and she could either she's like, yes, absolutely, search me, hand it over to somebody else, and then after she has been searched, she can take it back from them. Is another method of doing it as well.
Ooh, like that one scene
it
in
like
Now You See Me.
Yeah, that.
Over them.
Yeah. Two potential options that occur to Trish.
All right,
Sleight
well-
of hand based.
I don't want to shaft one of my friends if I fuck this up, so I'll say, guys, give it to me. I think I can make sure they don't find it. You know, with my crime experience.
You are good
shit,
at crime.
Got it. Yes. Perfect. Well, I trust you, Trish.
Okay. I trust
Cool.
me too.
Alrighty. You approach the gate. The guards do give you... Nevermore and Benneck, can you give me an intelligence check? And Nevermore, you'd have advantage.
Can I
Of
do a
course I do.
performance check to
Intelligence.
be a good fire elemental guard?
Sure.
I feel like
You understand, however, that this opens you up to the possibility of failing and being a bad fire elemental bard.
yeah, fair. No, never mind. I have a very good.
Benneck, it
Well,
occurs to
right,
you
yeah.
that the God Muffin is also sort of similarly not from around here.
But
I'm
it's in
gonna
the bag.
shove that to the bottom of my muffin bag of holding. They won't be able to find it unless they know it's in my bag, though, because it's in a dimension. It's in a muffin dimension.
Yeah, you have to deliberately remove something from a bag of holding to...
Oh,
You have
They
to know
have
what's
to
in
think
it.
a muffin.
Yeah, you have to think muffin.
No one's gonna think of Don't mention muffins.
I will actually get a performance check from you, Jude, but yeah. If that's what you're going to do, that's the solution.
Yeah,
it's,
I'm gonna.
yeah.
When they check my bag, I'm gonna take out a few muffins and just be
Yeah.
like, for trade.
Okay. Love it. Trish, make me
Yes.
a sleight of hand check. Jude, make me a performance check. Or deception if it's better, but I don't think it is. Ugh,
Same, they're the
32. Yeah, I'm going to let you have the 32 because you did very well on your first check. Jude, 14.
Sorry, 32.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
expertise.
I got plus 12 to sleight of
Natural
hand.
20.
Yeah,
Dang.
the 22 wasn't that impressive if you think about it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, yeah, a classic genie lamp. Acrylic. CX XCV, yeah, acrylic XCV. Can you please roll me a 1d20 in chat? Exclamation mark roll space 20 in
I was
chat.
gonna say, isn't our story about the scouting team? So maybe you should say Muffins is not
Provisions?
portrayed. Yeah.
Provisions.
Provisions.
So yes, Trish, you get to the guard. You are going first. And yes, he says, "What is the purpose of your leaving?"
Oh, we're going to scout out that power to the east. We've been tasked with checking out this dragon. See what's up.
Oh, the worm. I see.
Mm.
You are. I was not informed that you would be leaving, but this is fine. Please, we must, of course, do the search. Please, arms out. And he gestures for his two of his guys to come in and sort of pat you down. They find a couple of blades and so forth, but that's hardly surprising. He says, "This is fine. Thank you for your cooperation. Gaius appreciates
Thanks.
it." And you head out. The boys are similarly frisked without any major concern or problem. Jude, a 6. That's interesting. No, Acrylic, you were rolling for the guards to see whether or not they are suspicious of Jude. So a 6 is a very good roll. That's exactly what we want. Thank you very much. Jude, trying to forget that you know that for a moment, AJ. The guard says to you, "And you? What are your purpose of leaving?"
I carry the provisions.
Oh, I see. You're one of the scouting party.
Yes.
Very well. The same, please, I am afraid. We do the thing. There is a moment of, "Oh, this is very handsome," and he draws the blade of the wood. A blade of the material plane. How did you
Yes.
come to acquire it?
Trade.
Oh, I see. A handsome blade. I hope you slay many creatures with it. Best of luck on your journey. Yeah, he was dumb. You are allowed to leave without any further impediment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good bluffing.
Gaius,
and,
leave.
Good bluffing, no need for muffin.
I rolled a 12 for the guy trying to figure out whether or not Trish was hiding shit. So even the 15 would have comfortably done it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Acrylic 6. Yeah, the guy just bought everything you're telling him. Good job. You make your way out of the city, into the desert, into an area the locals call Desparas il Sha'ala, which means the beautiful nothingness.
Hot as fuck.
It is. Indeed, actually, Nevermore, it's not quite as, because it's getting towards, it's not dusk. The Plane of Fire doesn't have a day-night cycle, really, as in, it never gets dark. Sorry, it has a day-night cycle, but it doesn't get dark here. What happens is the suns take it in turns to set, and one of them is less hot than the other two. The first sun, the orange, has set by this point, and the heat of the day is off. It's still hot. It's still 40 plus degrees, but it's not 50 plus degrees. And so, yeah, in Nevermore, it probably feels slightly cooler to you. Still unpleasantly warm, but, well, they orbit Small Town Creepy. That's how suns normally work, or the plane orbits them rather than the other way around, obviously, but, yeah, the red one is heading towards the red one is heading towards the horizon as well now.
It's oddly beautiful, isn't it? All these multiple suns and stuff. Not something I'm used to, obviously.
Yeah.
Iralath says it's intense. The energy they give off. Can I get a perception check from everybody except Nevermore? Nevermore simply wouldn't notice this.
Perception.
It's his
25.
Oof.
fucking eyeball again.
It's probably Jude. Yeah, Jude, you notice that his eye is glowing probably the brightest you've ever seen it glow. And it sort of you know when an Apple computer is loading?
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but it's just the three colors. It's just yellow, green, and red. And his eye is doing that really brightly.
Trish,
Mm.
Nevermore's eye is doing weird things again.
Oh, whoa. That's a new one.
What's up?
He looks like a disco ball.
Hey, Nevermore.
Oh shit!
What's the deal with your
What if-
face?
You realize that you're probably like a meter from me, right? Why the
I'm
fuck are you
sorry.
yelling at my-
I thought that weird light might be blocking your ears. That weird light
Stop
coming from your face.
shouting!
What's the deal with your face, Nevermore?
Jesus.
You're all riding on a certain creature. Actually, I'm saying that you, for the first little ways out of the city, you guys are walking beside it because otherwise none of you could have seen his face.
He's
But,
just
I wish I
moving
could,
around his body.
yeah.
I could ask you the same question, Trish. What's wrong with your face?
My face is as ravishing as it always is. Your face is flashing weird colors. So
Is it though, Trish? Is it though?
I've heard of this. It's
There
like
are-
a rave.
there are some people back in Alderheart who would attest to my beauty. Yes. Now you explain yourself.
What is a rave?
It's like a magical like enchantment party where there's like we basically say that we practice like in putting light spells and then making them change color, and then the other like sound enchanters do songs and stuff.
Ooh.
Jude
Can
knows
we
what a
have
disco
a-
ball is, but doesn't know what a rave is.
Yeah. Can we have a rave when we get back?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's have a
Cool.
rave.
Vivid mental image of Jude rave dancing now.
Mm-hmm.
With like
It
glow
will happen.
sticks. Oh yeah.
Watch out for the finale next week.
I-
June goes to rave.
I don't know what to tell you, Trish, about
No.
my face, other than it is my face.
Mhm.
Why are you?
She probably
so
means
upset
your
about
eye.
it?
Because it's doing stuff, man.
Oh, is it bright or something?
It's like flashing
Very.
different colors. It's kind of cool if it weren't so concerning.
Well, I mean, don't be concerned. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I mean, I would
Mm.
tell you if, like, I had a headache or my head was going to explode or something.
Okay.
I mean,
But
obviously, if I knew about it, I would tell you.
Mhm.
are you gonna like shoot like a ray out of it? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's about to shoot
Yeah.
something.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't think so, but that would be very cool.
You hear a chuckle in your head. You could if you like.
Wait, I could?
If you wanted
What do
to
you mean you
cast, if you wanted to summon your firebolt, you could do it out of the eye. I'd totally let that happen. This is somewhere between Iralath and
okay.
Josh.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
It was like,
Ooh, I want to see that
Just-
too, Nevermore.
Just one second.
Get out of
That
here.
sounds-
What are you doing here?
That sounds boss
I'll
as
just-
fuck.
I'll just turn my head to the side so that I look just off to the side, and then my eye will light up.
Get
and
like
it
an
will just
Iron
shoot
Man blast.
this
Di-
bolt
like-
out of my eye.
Yeah.
And then I'll just very calmly turn back and look towards the front. Not say anything.
Wow, that was metal.
I mean, I said that's a joke, but no. Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Keep that thing pointed away from me, all right? Jeez.
Are we
What
close
was
to
that?
the city? We probably shouldn't alert people of our location.
Ugh.
You're not that far
It's
from
fine.
the city.
I mean, it's just like it was through the sand.
Okay, I won't look at you anymore then. It's totally fine with me, to be honest.
you mount up, and that makes the whole not looking at each other significantly easier. Hopeful,
Wow.
but easier. Yeah, your journey takes. So you are presumably following the Flavor Flav clock. compass. You have to head around the city a little bit. You left the city through the gate you came in through. So you actually have to sort of navigate around the city first before you head further away. You are heading to what you now know to be the northwest. You're following your compass. Not long after you...
Northeast.
Yes. Was it northeast? Yeah, there you go. Very well. Yeah. Which is requires going about a third of the way around the city before you can get to that point. So the gate would have been pointing west. Yeah, you do that, and not long after you leave the city, the dunes obscure all but the highest tip of the glass spire. And by the time you come to rest that evening, you have lost sight of the city altogether. How are you traveling? What's the order of you guys along the back of the animal? The Shayala?
Ooh.
Nevermore at the front because of his laser eye.
And the
Well, I
first
mean,
first
I'm a little bit taller than a few of you, so it doesn't matter. I could look and shoot it over your shoulder. I'm not necessarily the best when it comes to handling animals. I don't know about any of you.
It's a good.
I feel like Trish should probably be...
I'm really good at it.
I'm better at eating them.
I believe that.
Unfortunately, Jude specified last week that she doesn't know how to drive a cart, and that's very similar to driving this thing.
I'll go in front.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
The control system is literally exactly the same.
But when you go left, the cart goes the wrong way. I
No,
just
it doesn't.
thought, how do you go backwards? Why does it do the thing?
Maybe I'll go in front to drive, and Jude can be behind me to soothe the beast if it ever gets upset.
It's a good idea. Then Benneck and Nevermore at the back.
Can I be in front of Trish and you like are handling the reins around?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Oh no! I'm teaching you how to drive it. It's a driving lesson. Yes.
So
Like a sexy ghost moment, but platonic and fluffy.
And on the back of a massive lizard.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's how I remember
Exactly
that movie. Yeah. Oh my god! Now I have a very strong mental image of that. Now, yeah, it's a ghost, but on a dewback. Cool. You do that, and yeah, Benneck spray paints or like casts a minor illusion of an L on the buttocks of the creature. All right.
If only I had that cantrip.
Yeah, well, never mind. The journey takes you the better part of 2 days.
Oh, sleepy time.
Can I get perception checks, please?
Perception! I'm gonna say that every time.
Of course you do.
I'm worried.
Oh, 13.
That's okay.
Do I smell vulnerability in the air?
I'm tired.
The first thing you all notice is that the air out here feels rather charged. Like there is a static buildup. The same way the air gets before a storm. The Australians in the audience were probably quite familiar with it. Can't speak for everybody else, but yeah, you can feel it coming but there's no clouds, there's no rain clouds at all. However, lightning strikes out here are not uncommon at all. Who got the 13 or 15 or 17? 2 13s.
19.
19.
19 for me.
19. Cool. Very well. Yep. Cool. Excellent. All right. While there is no rain, of course, within 20 minutes of entering the desert proper, after you leave the sort of the outskirts of the city, you see a lightning strike far off in the distance. And about an hour later, you cross a patch of ground that has been vitrified into glass. Rough circle. and in that time, you've spotted a half dozen other lightning strikes. It appears to be just reasonably common out here. On your journey, you encounter only a couple of other things in the otherwise near featureless expanse. The days on the plane of fire, as with the material plane, as we've said before, are governed by the sun. The trick is there are 3 of them, and so your first rest you would take when the second sun, the red sun, has set, leaving only the yellow in the sky. The yellow is about at its zenith, but it's still cooler now, probably only 30 degrees centigrade. And the light is the air and the light around the world is suffused with a sort of a sickly yellow light. This sun gives off. And yeah, how do you sleep? Would you take it in turns? Would you have set a watch? What's the dealio?
I think we should set a watch, guys.
I definitely agree, because I mean, you don't want to be picked up by slavers or anything like that.
No.
Or actual elementals that are just roaming around here killing shit.
Well,
Yeah.
that too, yes.
All of you did relatively well on your perception checks. It's quite interesting to note there is not the slightest sign of life out here. Beyond those lightning strikes, you see nothing of note or interest at all. The name of the place, the beautiful nothingness, seems apt.
I curl up in Trish's lap.
Very well. Trish, your lap is probably really quite sweaty. Because it's a hot day and Jude's fluffy.
And it's full of mum's spaghetti.
Sorry, I'll deal with the sweatiness, and I just pet your head.
Sure. You would presumably have cool provisions for dinner, and continue your journey. And we've been going for an hour and a half, guys. I think we might take a short breaklet before we progress the story any further. Chat, how are we feeling? We having a good time so far? Small Town Creepy did some really good Shibari style tying people up there. Nice.
I didn't know Omi had a chat command.
Omi recently got a chat command. Durham is just throwing them out to anybody now. Any old muppet can get one. Omi is our favorite dice roller. Cool. Is Jude fluffy or is she sleek? I think the desert actually, it's dry heat. And
whoa, Hardway.
Hardway
With some
Jones.
gifted subs.
What a bloody
Coming in with some
legend.
gift subs.
Oh, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that Sean had taken the top spot on the gifting. Fair enough. You champion Hardway Jones. What a bloody
We are
legend.
trying to get the Spellfire bar to target Trish.
Yeah, we've got to have that. Got to get it.
Because
I'll let Sean know.
we want to torture Trish a little.
I'll let Sean know next week.
She deserves it.
I haven't done to deserve it.
Threatening everyone's bed sheets.
Yeah, that.
Fitted sheets.
Playfully threatening. Come on.
Oh, not so cocky now, are we, Trish? The Spellfire bar does have a habit of going off during Humblewood, I'll tell you. Mitch also, I think Mitch donated a 1d6 booster to Benneck, to Dan as a happy birthday present. Thanks very much.
That's it.
That.
Can we get
It's
happy
my
birthdays in the
birthday.
Happy
chat
birthdays
for
to Dan
Oh
in
my
chat.
God.
Happy
Us in
birthday.
chat for
Can we go back to
Dan.
bullying Trish, please?
That's it. Happy birthday. That's what I want to say.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
We will go away from here and be back in 5 to 10, guys. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Avast and ahoy once again, mateys. We are back. Thanks very much for hanging around. So we are back in the desert. The Gasparas Il Sha'ala. The beautiful nothingness. It's just gone down. The sun has set. Two of the suns have set. The third one's up. But yeah, you're never going to get total darkness here. And it's as cool as it's ever going to be. So you guys are taking a break and having a bit of a snooze. What's the order of sleep? Or what's the
Wonderful
order of
question.
wakefulness?
I do have it in my notes. We'll just stick to the usual. Oh, my watch order has Eliza in it and Helvig. Oh lord.
That's how long ago it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll probably sleep first. Since I said I was sleeping on Trish, and then I'll.
You
take
pass
off.
out, certainly. Yeah.
I'll take last shift.
I'll
Okay.
take first since I can't move. I've essentially got a cat on my lap, and
Yeah.
you can't move when there's a cat on your lap.
You wake her up and then you can sleep. Yeah. And Benneck
That
takes
means I'm
third.
on second.
Round
Sure.
third. Did Mitch say last?
I'll go last if that's okay.
Well, if Trish goes first because Jude's asleep on her, then when Trish has to go to bed, she can wake Jude up. So I was
Yeah,
thinking
so I'll go
Jude
second.
second.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll go
okay, yeah,
third.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll do the watch order now. Beautiful.
That makes
Cool.
the sense.
Very well. Yeah, the night passes relatively uneventfully. There is no real need for perception checks, so I'm not going to make you roll something like, oh, you don't see it. There just isn't anything to see. So, Jude, yeah. We come to second watch. Trish rouses you as she curls up herself. And yeah, you stand your watch.
I am going to eat my god muffin.
Now? Oh.
Having a snack.
You're asleep.
I know. I'm missing out on good part.
I dig through my muffin bag of holding and I pull out my like shiny goldeny god muffin.
Ah. Yeah. Good muffin.
And
Jude.
there's an 8-part choir.
Yeah. I remember you saying, Jude, that you once made a meal that your brothers were like. I think you had a dream once where your brothers were like, "Good job, cooked that well."
Yep.
That is what the muffin tastes like.
The meal I made.
The thing that you made, dream. And it smells like your private glade.
Oh, okay.
You filthy brain.
What?
Smells like your
like their
genitals.
private glade.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I think that's what it's called, the lady garden.
Very dramatically after private, John.
I was trying to think of the name of the place. You know, yeah, your little grove, your little
Yeah.
place that you hang out when
With the
you don't want to be
lavenders.
found. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. Yeah, you eat that and you finish it before he into existence. And Trish,
I'm on the thing.
Jude rather. Sorry, sorry. What?
I'm on the.
Oh, you're
Pre-
sitting on it. Are you? Okay, sure.
What
Get
did
a little-
did I get off and walk, or am I? I'm riding
Well,
it.
It would be
Everyone else is
really
asleep.
weird
You're
for the three
camping,
of you
right?
to sleep. You're camping.
Okay, never mind.
You were just like all asleep on the back of it, taking it in turns to drive. No,
Yeah,
the
that's
creature
what I
needs
thought.
rest as well. You fed and watered it, and yeah, it's actually lying down and asleep on the sand. It seems to really like, or it's made itself like a wallow, and curled up in it. Yeah, you pop the last morsel of your muffin into your mouth and enjoy it, and then you hear a, "Hello, Jude.
Hi, Gaspard.
Sorry it took me so long to get here."
It's okay. I'm on the plane of fire.
Yes. Oh. I know why you're here. This is not the easiest place for me to get.
I'm
Have you thought of a question?
so challenging. Yes, I have. I would like to save Helvig and take him back to the material plane. But Helvig is an elemental, and he is dead. Kind of. But his body is dead.
He's
Would like to put Helvig inside of my mind. Can you do that?
in the same way that your friend did with The being
Yeah.
in his mind.
Yeah, I want to share my soul, or I want to have two souls in my body. I want to take Helvig's soul home.
These are two different things, Jude.
Okay.
Do you want to put him in your mind or your soul?
I want to take Helvig's soul with me. How do I do that?
I understand. There are two ways, and your friend has done both, which is why I ask.
Nevermore has shared his soul?
Yes,
He did not tell us.
I am not going to comment,
Okay.
but you have two parts of you where you could store Helvig, that
Right.
which remains of him. You could keep him in your mind as as Nevermore did, or you can keep him in your soul, as Nevermore now does.
What is better for Helvig? What will help him be strong?
He will never be strong enough to make his own form, which I believe is what the Astorial in Nevermore's head, or soul now, is trying to achieve. You would have to find a way to take him out. This, I want to be very clear with you, Jude, will cost you. Don't doubt your resolve or your bravery, but it will cost you.
I would do anything for my friends.
I know. That's why you're one of mine. The process is very similar. You would need to remove a part of your physical form, and then he will replace it with a small amount of his own. He will be bound into it, but where you choose to put him is entirely up to you and him. It is an act of trust, and I'm not saying you can't trust him. But where he chooses to go, it's really you open the door, and where he goes, he is where he chooses to go. But you can obviously tell him where you would rather he go. If he is in your mind, he will see and hear everything you hear and see. He will experience the world as you do, but will not be able to contribute in a material manner to it. You put him in your soul, he will have different experience.
What kind of experience? Can he do things when he wants to?
His ability to influence the world will be very limited, though as he grows stronger, perhaps.
Okay.
Then, and I tell you this, the thing that you remove when you want to take him out, that thing will be removed and put into that thing. Wherever you put him, wherever you take him. If you want to expel him, remove say you were to cut off a finger and have him be that finger. If you removed said finger, you would be removing him. However, you wouldn't be able to remove it without his consent.
Okay. What do I give up?
That is your choice. I can't tell you what to do there.
Okay, and how do I do it? When I see Helvig, will you help me?
I will return. I will guide you in the process.
Thank you.
But you must make the choice.
Yeah.
Your loyalty does you credit, Jude. And you can see that he looks like he's about to say something else, and you can see an internal sort of debate whether or not to say something else.
What are you thinking?
I was considering cautioning you. Maybe ask Nevermore. About his experience of sharing a form with another being. Your loyalty is strong. My worry is others could abuse it.
Okay. I know Helvik never would, though.
The man you knew is not the man you're going to save. He has died. In fact, you helped kill him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he'll blame you for it. I don't know. I don't come here often.
I will talk to him before I give him a body.
You don't go through what he's been through without damage.
I am damaged too.
Jude, Gaspard slowly puts his hands out and puts both hands on the side of your face. And then brings your head up to touch his forehead. Yeah.
Jude blushes. It's like bright red in the face.
Fortunately, there's no one there to see. Because when you open your eyes, you can still feel the hands on your face right up until you open your eyes. But when you open your eyes, he's gone. You can feel the touch just a little longer, but it fades.
Oh, Gaspard. I wake up Nevermore. Nevermore!
Oh, shit!
So, no.
That's what
Sorry.
it is.
That's...
Yeah.
Oh, well, why are you barking in my ear? What the hell?
Why didn't you tell me that you put Irileth in your soul?
What?
You
What?
accepted Irileth into your soul.
Yes, so?
Why didn't you tell us?
Why does it matter?
It's a big deal. I
Irileth
just
was-
spoke to Gaspard about it.
Irilath was already in my head. It was just a minor transition to my soul.
It's a very
And-
big deal.
As a result, I now have additional powers. So,
Because she
I don't
has
see-
control.
the agreement I have with Irilath isn't like that. I'm not concerned.
Okay.
Neither
I'm
should
asking
you
why
be.
you didn't tell us. We
Well,
don't we don't
legi-
hide secrets, Nevermore.
well, it legitimately didn't cross my mind to tell you, to be honest. It was just a decision I made, and one that
Insight
really
check.
doesn't impact us.
Insight check.
I mean, you can insight. I mean, I'm
I don't think
legitimately-
Nevermore is being deceptive, is the
I'm
trick.
not being
Nevermore
deceptive.
never
I'm just
think
like
that
I
he
never
has-
thought to say anything because like that was my deal with Irilath, and Irilath was already in my head. Irilath's now in my soul. Like, do you need to know when Irilath moves my butthole? I don't know. Like, seriously.
Irileth is in your butthole?
No, God. No. Why? Hang on. How did you know this?
Gaspard told me.
Bloody snitch.
Yeah, you hear Iralath and your head goes, snitches get stitches.
Yeah. Sorry. I know, Gaspard. You're great, Gaspard.
Yes, he is great.
So is this to do with the whole, like, Helvig thing?
Yeah, I asked him how I can do it. And I can accept Helvig into my mind or my soul.
How do you feel about that, Jude?
I'm happy that I can save him. That is what heroes do.
I know it's quite a bit of effort to get them back out again once they're in there. Speaking from
know.
experience.
But I think I'm going to work with Jordan and build Helvig a body.
I think that's good. Honestly, the difference between mind and soul, it doesn't bother me, and I don't see why it should bother you either, because regardless, they're either in your head or in your soul. It doesn't, I mean, they're still taking a part of you. So
Yeah, about that, I have to get rid of a part of me to do it. I don't know what part of me to get rid of.
do you recall when it happened to me?
Yeah, you lost
I lost a bit of my, incredible intelligence, and
Oh.
my charisma.
Oh,
And
I thought you just lost an eye.
Well, yes, I was mentally affected somewhat. It was almost as though having Irelath in my head took some of my faculties. Smaller word. Shit, I can't think of a smaller word. My my brain power. It took my brain power away from me having Irelath in my head. And once Irelath moved to my soul, I regained some of that. Just something to keep in mind.
Right.
Just know that if your god Gaspard has said that they're comfortable doing this for you and helping you in this, I don't think Gaspard would do that to somebody who can't look after themselves. They wouldn't put somebody in a position like that who was unable to deal with it. So clearly you can deal with it.
Yeah, I think Gaspard has faith in me, which is weird, right? Because I
It's
have
not
faith.
weird at all. All of us have faith in you as well. In most ways.
Thank you, Nevermore.
Hey, Jude.
Yeah,
Love you.
I love you too.
Don't bark in my ear again, and I'll I'll lay back down because it's Benneck's watch.
Very well. Dude, you wake up Benneck. And the rest of the night passes relatively uneventfully. The orange sun rises, and shortly before the yellow one sets, and the day gets hotter. And you spend the rest of the following day, traveling. You can determine from the way the needle moves when you turn that you are getting closer. Before it required a large change of direction to, like, if you was to zigzag slightly, the bearing you get from the compass it changed almost not at all. The closer you get to a thing, the more you differentiate, the more the needle would swing. So you can tell you're getting closer, but you are still a ways off when the second sun sets again. You set yourselves for another night of sleep. I don't know. Another night's watch. Benneck. Around the third watch, you are up. You're awake, and You see during your watch something far off in the distance. Something huge rippling the sand. Occasionally something sends a large wave of sand flying like someone like somebody when they splash the water, that but sand. Whatever it is does not appear to be moving towards you, but the ripples in the sand are moving parallel to your course. However, you guys are stationary. What do you do? It is a large something, fairly far away, about half a kilometer away. But you can still quite clearly see it. It's big.
Oh shit! It's just sand, right? There's nothing here. Is there a possible way for me to get like some kind of higher viewpoint?
You could probably get on the lizard.
Yeah, get on the lizard.
The second, actually, you. I will say you've parked yourself inside in the lee of a rocky outcrop. That a dune is in the process of forming around, but yeah, it's a big sandstone block that you can climb up to the top of. And yeah, you can get yourself probably 20 feet of up elevation. That's the word. Yeah.
I'd like 20 feet of the up, please.
20 feet of up.
You get 20 feet of up. You are 20 feet elevated. Yeah.
To figure out whether maybe the thing is not the problem. Maybe it's running away from something, and that might be the problem.
As you watch, a few hundred feet from you, a huge creature launches itself from the sand into the air. It has 4 paddles in the place of limbs, which it waves to propel itself through the air. Its body is long and thick with a short tail, which it seems to use for steering, and its neck is about half as long again, ending in a small head that it sways through the air. The whole thing is covered in armored plates, and in the light of the yellow sun, this creature seems to glow a gentle orange. It lets out a soft moan as it gains altitude, the last of the sand falling from its body. Then another leaps from the space near the first, a little closer to you this time. These creatures are comfortably 150 feet long, and look vaguely like plesiosaur. But significantly larger than that creature.
What are they? Oh no.
Yes. What do you do? Within a moment, there are dozens of them.
I slowly wake everyone else up, but I'm just in awe.
Yeah. They do not appear to be angry. They don't even appear to have noticed you.
I don't want everyone else to miss out on this, what I think is a really cool like migration thing.
You do that. The rest of you are awakened by Benneck to see these huge creatures leaping from the sand, roaring, not in an aggression, just calling to each other. The sound is not unlike whale song, but deeper. You are muted, AJ.
I'm glad, because all I said was, it's a magical Neoplurodon.
That's the sound they make. That's it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you all make me dex saves, please?
Oh fuck. I'm glad I woke everyone else up for this, I guess.
Oh fuck, is one gonna come up from underneath us? No!
So what do we get? Trish says 13, Benneck 14, Nevermore 22.
Is this our first day or second day? When does this happen?
This is the second day.
Nah, fuck. Well, never mind.
Trish, one of the great beasts emerges from beneath you. the lot of you. And you all dive to the side to avoid being knocked over. Trish, you're just a little too slow. You find yourself astride the thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Climbing higher upon it, you gain a vantage point over this desert that you had not had before. And you can see, far to the right, a large group of people and animals making their way across the desert. They seem to have a little bit of a lead on you. Your impromptu steed begins to descend, diving back towards the desert. You can see now the whole pod of them are moving through this desert in a manner similar to dolphins. Leaping and then diving back and repeating. You are on your way back down. What do you do?
When I'm near the ground, but before it fully reaches it, I try and jump off to safety.
Yeah. Trish, make me another deck save.
Okay.
Yeah, Trish, you managed to nail the landing. You roll just as this thing plunges back into the sand. There's a explosion of sand, and you roll and come up on your knees as these creatures, fly through the air, roaring and moaning to each other as they proceed along their way.
How far away is Trish from us?
Trish, you've traveled probably 3/4 of a mile in this time.
We should probably go get Trish. Start peering off.
Yes,
into
we
the
go
distance.
get Trish.
Yes.
She just got whisked away, so I'm like...
You
Yes.
catch up with Trish. It takes you about 10 minutes to rouse the creature. No, 5 minutes probably to rouse the creature. Your ride and bring it along to Trish.
I'm like, what a day to not prepare for the fall.
Trish is probably staggering back towards you guys.
Yeah, but like still watching the creatures. I'm like walking backwards, still watching them.
The pod appears to be sort of making distance on you guys now, and it's now very much in the distance. They've stopped emerging from around you. The one that captured, the one that sort of grabbed you was one of the last.
Are you okay, Trish?
Yeah, I'm good. That was amazing. Oh my god.
I'm glad you didn't fall.
Yeah, me too.
Enjoy the
Trish.
view up there.
Well, speaking of the view up there, I don't think we should go back to sleep. There's another group heading the way we are, and they seem to be in the lead. I don't know if it's this other group who's gone to check out the worm, but maybe we want to get there first.
We need to hurry.
Yeah.
Do you think the worm is Pia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume so, from what you
Oh.
told me.
Wait, you guys already knew
Worm the
this?
dragon.
I remember if this came up last week. I think it did.
Yeah.
In the market square. Somebody, I think it was Benneck, overheard a couple of guard captains talking about this worm that was acting very proprietorially, unusually aggressively, in a protective manner around this thing. And Gaius was talking about sending some people out to check out the place because anything a worm would protect is something worth having.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the inference is not necessarily that the worm was Pia, but given that you know Pia was keeping Helvig from going anywhere, safe bet.
Rushing does seem probably sensible. Getting there a little bit before them. I mean, if they're traveling right now, one would assume that they're going to have to stop and rest at some point, and we'd probably overtake them. So
Maybe.
Mm.
Trish, They look to be maybe an hour ahead of you, and it is the tail end of night.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't even have to roleplay that, Yon. That was good.
We should go. We should go now.
We should-
go double time now.
Okay. Yeah, just
We
get the
should.
stuff and go.
We
Maybe
got most
they've
of the
been
steep-
traveling during the night because it's less disgustingly hot. Although, or maybe the heat doesn't affect them at all because they live here.
They're from here, yeah.
Or maybe they just woke up and now they're going faster.
Either way, let's try and overtake them. I'm
Very
sure
well.
Timothy can take it. Timothy's what I've been calling the mount in my head.
Of course.
Oh, all right.
Timothy. So, where'd you get that name from? Is it
It
some
just
guy
kinda
you
struck
used to
me.
ride back in the day?
Listen,
I get that now.
You
Wait, hold
do.
on.
Oh, Jude. You do.
I would never name a creature after one of my conquests. I'm classy.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah.
you meant
I-
sex.
Now she's lying. Got it. Okay. Classy.
we go.
Yes,
go.
let's
Yes, let's
Off we
go,
just smack
Timothy.
You all mount Timothy, yeah. So who's driving?
I'll drive. I'm
It's-
still teaching Jude.
All right. I will allow a animal handling check by Trish with assistance from Jude, so help action, so you have advantage.
Oh, good. Because my animal handling is just sort of
Kind
neutral.
of like Tokyo Drift.
Oh,
Well, okay.
Oh boy.
You managed to coax Timothy to go slightly quicker, but not a lot. This thing appears to have a top speed, and it's doing it. They move at one pace. It's that pace, and yeah, they have to keep 3 feet on the ground at all times, because they're big boys with thin little legs. So yeah, you don't manage to. You're definitely moving faster than just walking, but not much.
right.
Particularly as they've got very broad. They've actually got, rather than reptilian feet, their feet are like camels. When they touch the ground, they spread out quite a lot. And they've got the two-toed feet.
Cat
But
making biscuits.
a little bit, but yeah, when camels' feet touch the ground, they spread out, spreading the weight really, really well, making them very good at walking on sand and stuff like that. These creatures are similar, though the feet aren't furry. So yeah, you head on, you carry on, you lose like a third of a night's sleep, and yeah, you. Rest of the night is uneventful. The following day dawns as the orange sun takes the place of the yellow in the sky, and a couple of hours later, the red makes its return, bringing back the full heat of the day. Can I get perception checks, please?
Perception.
Percepticon.
Decepticon.
24.
Trish is trying
3.
her level best to make this thing go fast.
Two nat ones.
Yeah, fortunately, Jude's there. And you just don't get
I'm a
enough
really
opportunities
good
to say that.
detective.
You are a very good detective, Jude.
And ouch, John. Wow.
I'm sorry. Oh no, wait, that's the void. Perception.
Boy, it's not your turn. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Sorry, Benneck. Benneck, what's your favorite? No. Just before you reach, so you are. Hang on, about 10 hours of travel later, so mid-afternoon, you reach the crest of a particularly steep rise. Jude, Trish, and Nevermore are bickering quietly, but over the top of them, you hear what you think sounds like orders on the breeze. It's hard to make out, like you couldn't tell what they are, but like what the words are, but you definitely have the tone is instruction.
Have you ever seen your reflection, Trish? Because your head's quite large compared to the rest of your body.
Shh, 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 shh.
Yeah, shh, Trish.
They're up ahead. the people from the fire city.
What? Where? What are they doing?
I can hear them over the crest. They're giving orders.
Oh shit! Really close. Okay.
But now Jude has pointed it out. Yeah, you can all hear it.
What are the orders? Given that we can understand Ignan, if we listen in.
It's too far away. The wind is quite strong at this point, and there is a dune in the way. You can't really make it out.
Can we?
It seems to be distribution orders, like disposition orders, like you lot over there, you lot, Frank up.
Are we able to potentially jump off Timothy and make our way up to the edge of the dune to kind of peer over?
Yeah, you may certainly do that.
Yeah, even if we have to get down and crawl a little bit.
Yep. Second perception checks, please. Actively perceiving for a thing. Jude, I'll let yours carry over because you were already aware a little bit of this.
24.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you guys, you crawl up, being stealthy-like. I'm not getting you to roll stealth because there isn't any need. What you see on the far side, the sand of the desert slopes down towards a small forest. Even from here, you can smell a cool breeze coming off it. You know how you can smell cold air? That. Mm-hmm. The trees are a mix of pine and spruce. And there is grass and wildflowers around them. Nevermore. Because you are looking for it, you notice a little roof. A thatched roof in the middle of this grove.
Does the setting remind me of what I saw out the window?
Yep. But that was at ground level within it. You couldn't see anything beyond the trees. Now you are looking down at it, on it. You are about 500 feet away, but only, and maybe 100 feet up. So you've got a bit of an angle down on it. You can see in. The grove is no more than 500 feet wide. It is perfectly circular. And it is encircled by three things. The desert sands, a huge sinuous form of a dragon, though not like the one you've seen before, any that you've seen before, and a small army. The dragon is easily 100 feet long, its body proportioned more like a snake than a crocodile. The difference between like traditional Chinese dragons as opposed to Western ones, where you've got sort of like, it looks a bit like a crocodile with wings. This one does not. This one is very much the long, sinuous, with very short legs, maybe not even wings at all sometimes. This one, it does have wings, but rather than a pair of giant pinions, it has several sets of diaphanous insectile wings along its length. It is moving protectively around in front of the grove, and it is making the occasional lunge at members of the force arrayed before it. The force is about 60, 70 guys, and perhaps a dozen riding beasts. They would all seem to be from where you are, Munsahir. And they are garbed in uniforms. They are wearing unicorns. It's messed up. Every single one of them. It's like, like this may smell bad, kid, but it'll keep you warm style thing. Like they just sort of.
Garbed in uniforms.
It's horrifying. They are garbed in the uniforms of the guard of the city of Molten Glass.
And you say a small army. What are we talking about numbers-wise?
About 60, 70 guys.
Okay. Does it look like either... I was about to call him Trogdor. Does either Pia or the army look like they have the upper foot? At the upper hand?
Make me a. Oh, this is strategy. This is a. This is a like
history, maybe, or
I would say I genuinely think it might be just straight intelligence, Nevermore. It's not anything. Historically, you don't know the capabilities of the army involved or that dragon, really. It would be very hard to say, Nevermore. From the way the men, the people there, actually, it's a very gender diverse army out there. All are represented, but the way the people are sort of acting, they don't look like they're ready to take this thing on yet. But the dragon isn't backing off. So you would guess probably relatively well balanced. The fact that Pierre isn't giving ground, he's on the defensive, but these guys don't appear to be trying to push this. And as you watch, one of the more impressively uniformed men marches for unicorned. Yeah, impressively unicorned. He's got like 3 on him. 2 shoulders unicorn. He marches forwards and tries to... he's like 300-400 feet away. You can't make out what he's saying, but he's clearly sort of gesticulating and trying to talk to the dragon, but the dragon lunges at him. So it would appear they're trying to take a diplomatic tack first, at least.
Does it look like there's an opening into the area, or is it completely surrounded?
I mean, it's 60 guys, and it's a 500-foot circle. They can't possibly encircle the entire thing with 60 guys. But Pierre, on the other hand, looks like he can move very, very fast. The whole circumference of this thing is no more than 1 kilometer, and he's nearly 150 feet long. No more than 1 kilometer. It's only 500 feet wide. I wouldn't have thought it was more than 1,000. The circumference was more than 1,500 feet. Yeah. So, he could probably like fly around it in under 20 seconds if he was of a mind to. So yeah. Getting past 1 force wouldn't be overly difficult. Getting past 2 is the trick.
Any thoughts, anybody? I've got one little idea.
Should have taken illusion classes. Goddamn.
What is your idea, Nevermore?
I could cast a sending spell to Pia and tell them that we're here to help protect Helvig.
That's
and
a good
then we'd have Pia on our side. I hope.
I think we should try and sneak in while you do that.
The sending spell for me is a little bit complex. It's a ritual, unfortunately. You're all welcome to go ahead, but not too far ahead. Don't leave me behind.
Wouldn't trying to sneak past Pierre kind of defeat the purpose of gaining his trust?
I meant the guards.
Oh, well. Fair point.
Maybe while I'm casting this spell, you can keep an eye on their movements and see if there seems to be any openings in the ranks that will allow us to slip through.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll pull out my father's spell book, because he had the sending, and I will ritual cast sending, if I could.
Well. And you are going to... Jude does have message only, but it's more than 120 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Cast sending. What do you say? While these guys watch out for a break in the guards. Guys, you can make me perception checks while Nevermore is doing this.
Pia, we're here to help. It's Helvig's friends. Let us know how we can assist. We are over the next June. Helvig is important to us. 25.
Very well. Nevermore, as you watch, as you send this, and I'd say, Trish, you definitely notice this as well. The giant head of this dragon. Why are you... Okay, that'd be why that's happening. The music keeps resetting its volume. That's very unhelpful. The head snaps up and looks at the top of the dune where you guys are hiding. Just for a moment, and you hear this hiss, and then and the narrowing of the eyes. But as it absorbs the message, it looks back down at the other creatures and roars, and actually jets out a gust of flame, which they dodge out of the way of, but it's also more of a deterrent thing than I'm going to hurt you because they are fire creatures. And you hear back in your head, Nevermore, he cannot leave. If you wish to come, you may speak to him, but if you help me get rid of these, he will be safer.
Okay, well, he got the message, definitely. Pierre said that Helvig can't leave. Whether or not that's Pierre saying that we're not allowed to take Helvig, or that Helvig actually can't leave, whatever. But Pierre did request our assistance with the forces, but I don't really know what we're supposed to do against 60 individuals.
We're gonna kill them all. That's a
Here
lot.
is, from the size of him, at least an adult dragon.
Yeah. Is there, looking around, is there some way we could, is there some way that we could trigger some sort of, because the dunes are steep, right?
Yeah, quite.
Is there some way of triggering some sort of landslide, or should I say a sand slide?
So, yeah, like a... Yeah, alright. How would you go about doing it? I am not against the idea. How would you go about it?
Thinking a shatter spell right at the top of the dune to kind of just knock and start it all snowballing down.
What about thunder wave?
I was about to say, does
Sorry?
shatter
Ooh,
actually
Thunderwave.
move stuff away from you?
No, that was just a thought. It's
Yeah.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave does.
That definitely would work.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a thought. It might be a nice way to announce our entrance into the field of battle.
Trish, looking down with your 18, you notice that there is about a dozen dudes who seem to be assembling a ballista.
What is that?
It's a big crossbow.
It's like a mega crossbow.
Oh.
The sort of
Like a
thing one would
CG
use to
crossbow.
kill a large dragon.
Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
They are back a bit, and they are not close to having done it yet. That's clearly what the bits are. However, there is a chance that Pierre doesn't know what it is, because Pierre is a dragon,
Technology?
and it's tech.
He hasn't seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it turns out he's not particularly. He doesn't have the HBO subscription.
They don't have it in the Plane of Fire.
Yeah. Plane of Fire is actually really good for piracy. They're not very... Yeah, they don't do that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. It
There's
hasn't come
other-
out here yet. Yeah. Slavery, yes. Piracy, no.
Trish?
That was very meta.
Guys, look over there. They're building a weapon. If we can stop them from building it, that'll help Pia, and maybe it'll discourage the rest and they'll just retreat. We don't have to kill them all. We just have to spook them enough to get them to leave.
I mean, I could probably destroy that with one spell, with the shatter spell. The explode
you
the
have to be much
splinters,
closer.
presumably. Well,
Can't
yes,
you,
that I
can't you
do.
like fireball? That's
I need to
way
be
further.
I need to be within 60 feet. I could fireball. It's not going to have the same effect. Shatter deals significant amount of damage to inanimate objects.
The reason I
We're
brought it
looking
up,
for bombast.
the reason I brought it up was because if you were going to, it's back from the fighting a bit, near the base of the slope.
Yeah, if we trigger the sand slide. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Alright.
want me to cast Thunder Wave?
Hey, everybody. I love
Yeah.
all of you, alright? We've got this. Let's do this for Helvig. I'll kind of put my hands in.
Yes, we can do this.
Really,
Can
we're
I
doing this
ask
now.
your intentions? Are you gonna fight these guys? Are you gonna just try and make them scared? What is the goal here? I'm up for whatever.
So, yeah,
I want to know what you're planning on doing.
Okay, so a part of me is like, it's stupid to try and instigate a battle with a force of potentially 60 people, with a dragon that's only partially on our side. But you know, Helvig's down there. Scare them. How would one scare
Ooh,
fire elemental?
could we cast illusions and make more dragons?
If only I have spells like that.
I don't think I do.
No, you
I
don't.
don't, unfortunately. I
I have
haven't got
silent
anything
image.
like that.
You have silent image. It can only make a medium-sized thing. I think it's a 5-foot square thing.
15-foot cube.
Oh, really?
Big spell. Second level, I think.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of minor illusion. Yeah. Silent image. You could do that.
Ooh,
Now look-
ooh. Like do like a dragon. It's only 15-foot cube, right? And we're on top of a dune. Can you just do like a dragon head as we like start the
Yeah,
slide?
yeah. I
The
could
sand
do
slide.
that.
Well, yeah, I suppose if they saw 2 dragons, they might second guess and, you know, an additional force running in, which would be us.
Also, would that not? They would then send half of them to the other one, our fake dragon, and we could sneak around back.
Okay, so it's more of
Ooh.
like a... Okay, hang on. So we thunderwave the sand down, creating a sand slide,
Big dragon head.
right? You have the image spell of the dragon head.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's the dragon. They send people up to attack. We circumvent and go around and attack a lesser force.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we have to hope that the fake dragon looks realistic.
Yeah, just make it so that like it looks like the body's behind the dune or something, because it's only like.
Yeah, I'll do a head and then I'll make it sort of like look away, like retreat or something. So they go
Yes.
forward.
Or it pulls back down from behind the dunes, so they only catch a... That's a great idea. I think that might be it. And then while that's happening, we leg it around the side. And, well, I mean, while I was casting Sending, did you find any openings that seemed to be less defended?
Trish, you can determine that it's a pretty open ground, like from like your 18 from before. It's pretty open ground, but you are fire elementals currently. You would be less out of place here than mortal plane,
Well, true.
material plane selves. However, Pierre doesn't know that.
Yeah, Pierre's gonna think.
But Yeah, it's pretty open ground, so to sneak around, to get in without the troops seeing you, you would have to skirt around in the dunes and approach it from the other side. That would totally work. However, it's probably 30 minutes of travel to sort of do that. And Jude's got to be fairly close to do the spells.
What about on our creature?
Not much faster, to be honest. A little, but not much faster. 25 minutes, not 30, but...
Okay.
So we really should just hope that this is enough for them to actually just get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should focus on scaring the crap out of these guys and also breaking that weapon, because we need Pierre on our side if we want to get past.
Yeah. I would also point out that, yeah, you have to redo the illusions that make you look like fire elementals every morning. You can only do it once a day. Have you done it today yet?
To be honest, yes.
Say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'd say so.
Sensible. And I'm not saying that that's a bad idea, but do you want to be fire elementals when fighting these guys?
You can't drop guys, can you?
Well, you can drop it, but you can't then put it back up again, is the trick.
Okay.
Oh man.
We won't need it if we get to Helvig.
If you get to Helvig, you shouldn't need it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be scarier to them if it's a bunch of weird-looking things.
Oh. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
We trigger the thunder wave. The dragon head pops up, disappears back down behind the dune. We come running over the dune, screaming, shouting there's more of them, and legging it for the rest of them.
As
Telling them to run. Run! How about that? I think that would make it a little bit more believable. And it gets us closer to them, and they won't necessarily suspect, because we look like fire elementals.
Maybe
and then all we need to do is get closer to Pia for either us to drop our guys, or for one of you two with the message spell, or is it just you, Jude, to reach out to Pia and let them know it's us. So it's either we drop it and let Pia know, or we message and let Pia know.
I don't know this Pia person, so I think that's just...
He is that massive fucking dragon there. So, yeah, it might be better if Jude says something.
Yes, okay.
Okay, we got it?
This is...
Oh, no, we actually have a plan. I want it to work so badly.
I mean, let Benneck do the message, so Jude only has to remember to do two things.
No, it's okay. Message is a cantrip. I can still do it.
I know, but...
He doesn't know me.
Jude's on it. Jude is on Save Helvig moments. Jude's in full hero mode.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So, you do this. Can you describe to me the scene?
Okay.
Well, gee, this is all you, basically.
The Munster here are building their catapult. They're building their trebuchet. No, it's not. It is a ballista. It's neither a catapult nor a trebuchet. The dragon and they are in a standoff, very much so. They are not relaxed at all. They are very much on guard, but they are nervous about this dragon. They do not want to have to fight it. It's bigger than they thought it would be, and significantly more stubborn. It has turned down every, they were sent with offers. They were sent with, hey, this thing you've got, we'll give you gold. We will give you gifts. Only we want what you have. When suddenly there is a crack, a peal of thunder from the dunes behind them, the ones they scaled only that morning. And a huge... Jude, I'm going to say you have to burn a second level spell slot to make a thunder wave large enough to cause this landslide. Yeah. But it does work. There's this boom, and a large portion of the dune behind slides down and swamps them. Omi, can you roll me 1d20 in chat, please?
A second level spell I did 11 thunder damage.
Thank you. That it was not. You did that to the Dune.
Yeah,
but thank
I
you,
just
thank
wanna
you
know
very
how
much for letting me know.
How much damage?
You managed to swamp 4 of the Munster here. They are drowned by the sand.
Oh, it could have been fucking 20. Great
Could
one.
have been fucking Omi.
Jeez,
hey, look.
Omi.
This is why. This is
We
why
love you, Omi.
we do.
Was it the 4? Was it the 4 around the ballista?
Yeah, it was 4 of the guys around the ballista. It was also the parts of the pieces of the ballista are completely covered by the sand, by tons of sand. It will take easily half a day to remove them and reassemble.
Beautiful.
And 4 of the men are swamped, and functionally they suffocate before they can be retrieved. However, it's not like anybody has any eyes for them, as this huge draconic visage appears from behind the dune. And what does it look like and do?
It is a very similar look to Pier, the fire dragon style, and due to Jude's memory of how terrifying that dragon was in the premonition, it's got a very fierce, like terrifying gaze to it. It peers up over the dune and then backs back down, and I will pair it with a minor illusion cantrip of a roar.
Very well. There is a deep and threatening roar on the far side of the dune. Then the 4 of you leg it over the dune.
Screaming.
A quartet of fire elementals of various type.
There's more of them!
Please make me... I'm going to make this a group persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Can we go perform?
Yeah. Performance is better.
All of my charisma skills are
I'll allow
trash,
performance.
so-
Oh no, performance
Okay.
is
Performance or persuasion? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh
Benneck
no.
knows how to be terrified.
6 or 7. Benneck looks 15, and Nevermore a 21. 30, 45, 2.
Not enough.
All right.
Benneck, use your room.
Oh, you can't read.
Oh,
so
I'll
it's a
use my
1d6.
D6.
It's a
I'll use my
1d6.
D6.
Not a
I used my
bad
D6.
call.
I forgot I had that for my not birthday.
Another 5.
Or 20 for me.
Small Town Creepy, can you roll me a 1d10 in chat, please?
Small time creepy.
Indeed. Nice.
5.
Okay. Yeah. The heart seems to go out of these guys. Pier roars a challenge. So his eyes squint at the other dragon, going like, "The fuck?" And you are seeing him like going on, because he would be able to sense another dragon, and he knows there's not another dragon on the side. And you can see this. He's not person smart, but he's pretty close. The cogs turning in this dragon's head as the 4 elementals start running down the dunes. Ah! In varying levels of commitment, Nevermore and Benneck both look fucking terrified. Trish and Jude are just running. They've forgotten, like, Jude's mind is on other things, like, I just cast a bunch of spells.
Hey, we've got a raid. Thank you very much, Sparhawk Games.
Sparhawk Games,
Hey,
thank you very
raiders.
much for the raid.
Hello.
Good on you bloody champions. You legends, you. What have you been doing? Tell us, Sparhawk, what have you been playing? How did it go? Thank you very much for the raid. Raid emotes up in chat. If you have that goose raid over from Corsair's Cove, throw it up in chat now. I do, and I'm going to do it. Boom.
That's amazing.
Goose raid. It's Arthur. Yes, Moy. Or you could use roll for damage's own raid emotes. There you are. Like Winter's Tales did. Anyway, yeah. You can see this dragon, Pier, the dragon, go. What the hell's going on here? And then you can see the clogs, the cogs. He's got little wooden shoes in his head that he's trying to work things out with, which is why it takes him a little while. And yeah, he goes, okay, and then he roars and goes for the lead elements of this force that are arrayed in front of him. This, coupled with the unexpected arrival of a second dragon, and then you guys go, run away! Tips the balance, and he goes into full pursuit of this force, grabbing them each as he catches them, as they run for their riding beasts. Few make it, however. A few mount up and ride away, including 2 of the 3 commanding officers. The rest bolt. You would guess no more than half make it out of the depression and over the hill. Here pursues, and you guys get to the edge of the tree line. I imagine, Jude, you, or Benneck, you message the angry dragon that is busy he seems like, not necessarily a good time, but a satisfying time, eating and dealing with these Munster here. What do you message?
I message. Holy shit, Pierre, it's us. We're disguised as fire people.
That was smart of you. No, message. You don't have a number. You don't have a number. Yeah, message is just,
As long as it's just
whisper
short.
in someone's head.
It's just
Sending
short.
has 25. That's it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. What do we do now?
He sends back, keep going. I'll finish this. Don't know why I'm doing that voice. That's not what Pierre sounds like. But the thing is, Pierre sounds normal. He sounds like, keep going. I'll deal with this. And yeah, you can run into the forest. And
dragon voice.
but in out loud, all you hear is beer.
In my brain, that's all I hear.
Yeah, you hear it
Not like out
overlaid
loud.
with. Yeah, out loud, you hear him go beer. Oh nom nom. But in your head, he's like, I'll deal with this. And he noms down on some Munster here. You make it to the tree line, and I think we'll leave it there.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh no.
Well handled. Well fucking
was
handled. That was
Fucking
great.
boss, guy. Well done. I love it.
I can't believe next week is the finale.
Oh my
All right. I would like to thank everybody for watching and playing. I'd like to thank the Deck of Many for what I'm sure you can agree was great work writing the source book. We are well off book by now, but the underlying work is still very much theirs. Thank BreePie, our wonderful artist, for their amazing work. That one. That there? Yes, there. Check out their amazing work at twitter.com/BreePie. Their work is always top shelf, and we adore them. Thank you to our fabulous sponsors, Wooten Forge, purveyors of WA's finest wooden tabletop gaming accessories. Wooten tabletop accessories. It is support from people like them that allows us to bring you this kind of content. We have a discount code for you to use at their store, woodenforge.com. Use code HUMBLE2 for amazing discount. And they've even got a Christmas deal at the moment, which is a dice tray and adventurer chest combo. So head on over there for some crazy savings. And in fact, at the moment, they are employing our lovely own Josh Towns, Lux himself, is going to be doing an awful lot of the handcrafting at the moment because they've got big orders coming in for Christmas.
Christmas overload.
Yes. So please, if you've enjoyed this evening, follow and subscribe. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. But we need to do our favorite moments because here on Roll for Damage, we talk about what we all did well. We inherited this from the dreaded GM. It's hard being creative and it's hard telling stories, and it's nice to identify when you did well and have other people tell you that you're good because it's not easy. It's because 13th Warrior is his favorite movie. What's he doing? What?
You and your Antonio Banderas voices.
That wasn't what I was actually. I found myself almost in Jordan there.
It's close. It was very close.
Yeah. I have used. However, that's Ravania. Okay, let's talk favorite moments. Who's got one?
I'll go, I guess,
Oh, then.
since there's the my
Rousing
favorite.
chorus of I did really well. Yeah. Come on then, Dan.
My favorite Benneck moment is animal handling. I eat I eat animals better than I handle animals.
Yeah. Classic Benneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good.
And also
I'm-
making Nevermore not want to sit, but it'd just be like, don't want Nevermore sitting behind me because he's got fucking laser eyes.
The
now.
laser eye. I really enjoyed your reaction to the creatures, the sand whale things. Yeah, you're holy shit, guys. Like you didn't freak out. You're like, this is cool. I should wake them up. They might want to see that. Oh Jesus, it's a lot closer. Yeah, that was very good. I also enjoyed. I've got another one, but I'll let the others go.
I liked when we were all talking to Morwenchi and she's like, oh, I didn't ask you about your eyes straight away, Nevermore. And you were like, oh, I would have asked if I were you. I would have just asked, but okay. Love it. Love the sass.
It was another sassy moment from Dan. I can't remember what Mitch said. Mitch said something as Nevermore, and you were like, oh no.
The teaching.
Oh yeah, what did you teach Ibn?
Oh yeah, I taught Ibn some things. That's right. And you were like, oh no.
It was brilliant.
Pity the mother. Yeah. I also really enjoyed Benneck doing the math on, can I get these people down from a kilometer up high? Yeah, it'd take me 6 spells, but I can do that. Yeah. You'll be fine, guys. You'll be fine. Or you could just drop the whole distance and then cast Featherfall at the end.
No, because I know Trish is afraid of heights. I want it to be as sweet.
So you want it to take as long as possible getting...
Not as long as possible. I feel like speed is more terrifying
That's true.
than duration.
Your concern is appreciated.
Omi had a good one in chat as well. Should we talk about the bodies? Benneck, nah.
That was solid
Don't
advice
mention
on Benneck's part. Yeah.
It's better
yeah.
they don't know.
Yeah, and then they found out. Very good.
I'll jump in. Sometimes you must dim your own light to let others shine through. I thought I'd step back and
Yes.
let them take the limelight for a while because I'm just so bright. I have no idea where the fuck that came from.
I do. Nevermore, you're in the head.
Nevermore. It just seemed so poetic, and I was like, oh, okay.
Lovely. Yeah.
Pulled straight from the cloaca.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pulled it straight out of his lamp storage compartment.
But yeah, I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I really enjoyed Nevermore's decision. It was like, what do I do? I teach him magic tricks. That's how I entertain a very young elemental for a couple of hours while my friends go into a very dangerous burglary. I love that. That was really, really cute.
I liked the fact that Nevermore doesn't think there's any difference between the brain and the soul with Irilath. That conversation with Jude was very interesting because I would have assumed, given how apprehensive we all are about Irilath, that you would have hidden that information. But it's purely that you didn't think to tell us. It wasn't that you purposely hid it.
Like legitimately, it just never crossed. It just never crossed Nevermore's mind as a thing of importance because I mean, it was in his head. Now it's in his soul. Like
it speaks to what Nevermore values.
Mm.
As well, but it also was the morning before you went on a super dangerous adventure. I imagine there was other things going on in his brain as well. But yeah, it is very interesting.
Other self-centered. Anyway, my favorite moment of
Also that.
Nevermore is the laser eye. They're like, I'm just gonna show it off then, considering Irilath gave the okay.
Like, we can do that.
And then just like turn back and be like, Acknowledge what you did.
I really liked how honest you were with Jude when you had that talk, because you could have been a sassy bitch and you could have been condescending, but you kind of realized the importance of this talk and you were just like, no, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to help her understand the situation as best I can. And I thought that was really nice. It was good.
Yeah, that's talking about your soul in your head isn't something to fuck around with, really. So that's when to bring the serious out.
That's that. Favorite Mitch. Can we have a landslide? That was a cool idea. Yeah, dead set. That was a very cool idea. Favorite Mitch. I dimmed my light for a bit to let others shine for a moment. Yeah, Omi, yeah.
I wanted to bread.
It's the sacrifice. It's just a sacrifice that I made.
Such a good person. And it's not appreciated enough.
You're so humble.
I mean,
Nevermore, you're a good person, and it's just not appreciated enough.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you.
All right, who else should we talk about?
Jude or...
Jude?
I liked the fact that Jude actually was the magical solution
Yes!
today. Jude casting 3 spells back to back, being like, yeah, bitches, I'm magic now. Like, yeah, that was really cool because that was different for Jude, I think.
Yeah. And whilst I'm not going to pin it on Gaspard, it was nice that it came after that interaction.
The I believe in speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, very cool. I really liked getting down off the tower. Then he's like, well, we could jump. And Jude go, look, there you go. Boom.
Door.
Kitchen. Oh, look. Great. Cool.
Yeah. I have a second, but other people can go.
My favorite Jude moment was trade and then going like, wait, hold on. No. Well, our cover story is the bird. We're traveling there. So it's like provisions. Great. And then you got asked about the sword and you're like, trade?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
My
freeze.
solution to everything.
Trade.
I traded for it. Yeah. I mean, you're a fire elemental. The guy knows that a bunch of fire elementals went to the material plane recently. The sword is clearly of material plane manufacture, which is why it was interesting to him. But yeah, you traded with another fire elemental who went and stole it. There you go. Done. Simple. Made perfect sense to him, even if it doesn't make perfect sense to you.
I really liked Jude curling up in Trish's lap. That was adorable, and I loved it.
Very sweet.
God, it's so hot. It's so hot, but it's very cute.
I loved the real kind of heartfelt conversation that you had with Gaspard. And just... Yeah, I mean, that kind of also plays into a bit of Josh as well. That whole kind of interaction between the two of you and, you know, Jude questioning, rightly, whether or not this is going to be a bad thing. But yeah, that entire interaction I really enjoyed. Yeah, and it's good to see Gaspard having a little bit more of a hand in what Jude's doing. You know what I mean? Like, obviously watching over Jude. So
Yeah. There's some love there. Whether it's familiar or love, there's some love there.
Oh, he definitely cares.
Yeah. I have a second one, which is because all of your faces was like, how do we get Helvig out? And I was like, I know, and held up the God Muffin, and Omi said the same thing in chat. Because all of your faces was why I did the mic drop moment, because you were so shocked that is what I was gonna do with the God Muffin.
That was gonna be my second. That was definitely gonna be my second of, oh shit, that's what you're using the muffin for? Love it. I fucking love it. I didn't know what you were gonna do when I gave you the muffin. I didn't plan to give you the muffin at all. I just wanted you to ask a question, he tell you the answer, and then fuck off. I really have enjoyed that smoking gun? No, the Chekhov's gun situation. Chekhov's muffin. Just waiting to see how that's gonna come back and bite me in the ass, and I'm really glad that it did today. That was nice. Cool. I think we're talking about Trish. Favorite Trish moment?
I liked teaching Jude how to drive. That was fun.
It was very cute.
I enjoyed Trish and I yelling at each other. I'm like, you're right behind me. You're a meter away. She's like, what is wrong with your face? I love that. That was so good.
That was fun.
There was a lot of like little snippy remarks between the two of us tonight, mostly from Nevermore. But like, yeah,
it was good. The banter was good today.
Yeah, agreed.
I liked your reaction to the magical sand Leopleurodons, of just like once you got off that one, just being like, yeah, I casually walk back, just watching them.
Yeah.
Rather than like racing back to us.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was how fast you shut down Benneck's casual, like, why not just jump? And you're like, no.
Hard pass. Yeah, that was mine as well. But I'm obliged to come up with another. I really liked. I really liked Rachel's how Trish. I'm gonna go off the riding the thing, but not just the casual walking back. I really liked whenever Trish is in a really scary situation, Trish just deals. Like she's like, but holds on rather than panicking. It's like, I'm expressing my fear, but also cool, I guess. Like things happen to Trish, and Trish is like, no, I'm okay. Everything is fine. And you rode the thing, you saw the thing, you get off, and you're like, that's a story that I can tell now. Yeah, she's a cool customer, Trish, and I really like it. I also really like the way you, you're again cool under pressure, getting the lamp out of the town. As a completely unique and separate.
I'm just glad I didn't have to shelf it.
The swapping the lamp, like in Now You See Me, that was cool.
Favorite Trish being all, can we fucking not? Seriously, how about no? From Omi. Favorite Mitch number 2. How does a muffin help? I've seen you pull those out more times than I've used Unseen 7.
Ew.
Favorite Jude. Mitch, how do we plan on getting Helvig home in one piece? Jude, holds up God Muffin. I know how. Favorite Mitch. Wait, Timothy, is Timothy the name named after a lover, Trish?
That's what I was wondering. I was going to be
Trish's
like, hey,
response to
wait,
that, excellent.
Where'd you
Very
put
fun.
Timothy
That's a Timothy Chalamet joke.
I'm like, could be.
No?
I think it was just
It was just the first name that popped into my head, but now
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
retroactively, Timothy Chalamet.
Cool. Because
Very
they
good.
were talking about June in chat, so I thought.
Oh, I
you
didn't even
made
see
a
that.
reference by saying Timothy, like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
The chat's clearly like wired into my brain subconsciously.
I thought that was why. Okay, that's so much funnier that it was a random name.
Okay.
DM moments.
Madame et Monsieur, Dame.
DM moments, DM moments, DM moments, DM moments.
All right, go on then. My favorite me moment. I liked. I'll tell you what. My favorite me moment was pointing out that none of you had any idea how to get Helvig back, and you all going, "Oh shit, we never did figure that out." And you were like, "No, didn't we? No, you did not. Didn't we? No, you did not." And I've been sitting here all fucking season poking you to do it, and you just haven't done it. So I'm just like,
We had like collective mass hysteria where we were like,
Yeah,
yeah, we did it.
"We've done that."
All 4 of us thought we had this conversation already.
That was my favorite moment. Was I'm like, look, and revealing that I let you go to the fire plane with a solution, but it was Iralath's solution. I was just like, I'm not going to send you there without a way of getting him back. But
I'm
that's
so mad.
the one I'm going to give you. Yeah.
Luckily,
my
Jude
favourite
had another one up her sleeve.
Yes, or in her bag of muffin holding.
In her muffin bag.
And we can still do Robo Helvig this way.
You can definitely do Warforged Hedge.
I want to do Robot Helvig.
Yes, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Robo Hedge. He's the little laser eye.
It's very Full Metal Alchemist.
I really loved all of your roleplay as Ibn. Ibn was precious. I loved it.
Yep.
So cute.
That was fun.
So adorable.
Ibn warmed my heart. I even said, find me.
I have to say it, Gaspard, every time. That relationship is so beautiful. And like, as a player, it's really cool that I get to share those moments with you of like God follower relationship stuff. I don't know. It's like not something that you can do with everyone, but I feel like a lot of trust with you to be able to do that.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah.
Smells like your private glade.
Stop it.
Was one of
I
your
was just
lines.
looking for a word.
It
wasn't a meaningful pause.
And
Blade.
and then also, oh, actually, hang on, I won't steal this one.
Unicorns?
Just in case. Well, unicorns was great. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. All
So your favorite me moments were basically just when I didn't speak properly.
Yeah, like 20 feet up.
It's
I have another-
Up.
I have another one, but I'll wait for Benneck.
Elevation. Fuck you all.
And the clogs in
This is why I don't want to do it. This is why I don't like doing favorite me moments, because you all just make fun of me for my silly mistakes.
Okay.
I have to speak so much more than all of you. You don't have to work hard at all. You just be one stupid character.
Wow.
Okay, Josh, I have to just say the actual the migration thingy scene.
Thank you.
I love it. I was like, oh, are they gonna kill us? And then saw that it was just like a beautiful scene that we just get caught in, and I was like, cool, I love it. I was scared.
And the music shift. The music shift as well. That was just really immersive, and it speaks to how much prep you do, that you thought to kind of prepare music especially for that scene. I presume. So I just obviously you put a lot of prep into each of the sessions, and that's great.
Thank you. Favorite Omi. Turning Nevermore and the Plane of Fire into Yu-Gi-Oh! All the meta today was great. Favorite DM, Josh's fourth wall break with himself and the void, and then dropping in the how do you really plan to get Helvig back in one piece, because you're fucked up and never fully completed the plan more than once. It is. Next week is the series finale. Nelderberry, yes.
While we're here, before we move on, I also like the blurring between Josh and Iralath because Laser Eye is cool.
It's like, oh no, that could totally fucking happen. Yeah, absolutely.
It was like Josh's voice, Josh's tonality, but Iralath's voice.
Yeah.
It was weirdly sexual.
Favorite DM too, Josh's self-correction is planes being lore and part of today's plot point, because when he fixed it, I had a hunch it would be relevant. Not immediately so, but yes. It's. I wanted to be clear. It's always the way I've thought about it. I just never specified because I didn't want people going further on thinking, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense in the lore of D&D that we know. This is a slightly more limited multiverse interplanar thing. There aren't the hells, there aren't the heavens, there aren't the plane of order, I suppose, might be a thing, the plane of order and chaos, if you ever get to the outer planes, but Yeah, the inner planes are like, yeah. Yeah, series finale next week. Cool. Thank you very much for my favorite moments. Yes, we all did very well and are very good and special. But no, in all honesty, it was a genuinely cool sesh. I'm really, really happy with the way you guys solved that. I was like, yeah, they could fight this, but I'm so much happy. I always am. I build a fight, not expecting you guys to do it, just in case you actually are like, no, let's take the violence route. I choose violence. So, yes.
I choose to stick a candle on my head and pretend I'm a flame bat.
Well, exactly. That wouldn't have worked in this instance. So please, if you've enjoyed, follow and subscribe. Don't forget to check us out on our socials. Yes, all the way back, season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out all the things. We have all the socials. We have other stuff on the channel coming soon. Thursday night / Friday morning, we have Eden's Apple if you're in WA or in the States. And then same deal, Friday night, Saturday morning, we have TSA, which is also a season finale coming up. TSA's episode 12, which I believe is the season finale. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we have Avatar over on Corsair's Cove. On Thursday evening, AWST, we have Humblewood Monsters and Magic. And then next Wednesday, for here on Roll for Damage, we have the conclusion of Nikolai Korevchenko's two-shot Nocturne Nights with AJ, Karen, Tristan, and Hardway Jones. Exciting stuff. So guys, who the absolute heck are all of you? Let's go in reverse. AJ, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm AJ Winters. I'm a creative bean from Perth, WA. You can find me over on my YouTube channel, Winter's Tales, or all of my socials that are currently in chat. I make world building videos every week where I am slowly building a world one step at a time to host and DM a tabletop RPG in next year. Production is on the way. It should be in May. That rhymed, not planned. Also, to thank everyone for getting over 200 subscribers on my YouTube channel in the last couple of months, I am hosting a Twitch event on Sunday, 7 p.m. AWST on the 28th. So come hang out. There'll be a Q&A, there'll be some behind-the-scenes knowledge, and also a surprise reveal. So come hang out.
Would that be at twitch.tv/Winter's Tales?
That is correct.
Link in chat, guys. I'm good at this. Dan, who the absolute heck are you?
Oh god, hello! I am Dan. I am DRAM on Twitch chat and on Roll for Damage's Discord. That's
Hold on
basically
another
where
5
you can just
minutes,
find
man.
me.
We're nearly done.
Oh good. Oh good.
Like you needed to take a poop or
Yeah, that's
Look, maybe that's just a perpetual state of being.
Gosh, I hope not. I can't imagine a worse hell.
Funny, Cyrus, meat space stuff. But aside from that, I am here as Yeho Wizard Man, trying to rescue my other character who fucking died. And on Wednesday for Avatar over at Corsair's Cove.
Oh. Dan's hair is majestic indeed. Mitch, tell us who the heck... isn't it though? Who the heck you are, my friend?
How you going, everybody? I am Mitch, or Mitch Earnshaw. You can find me on Twitter and, as you can see the link there now, Twitch, because I will be returning to Twitch next week sometime. So really tickle my pancreas if you you jumped on there and drop me a follow. I don't know why I chose my pancreas. It could have been that or fallopian tubes, which I don't have.
And clearing that up, I was concerned.
If you follow me, you get to hear me dribble more shit like that. And also, happy birthday, Dan. Thank you.
On my birthday. It's not my birthday.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Do not be misled. Misinformation is wild.
Same to you.
No.
Rachel, who the heck are you? Who the absolute heck is Rachel Foucar?
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucar. I'm a writer, actor, and creative trash at large. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Foucar, and you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on this very internet. It's about space adventures type stuff, and it's fun, and you should read it, because it would be good if you did. Also, if you're around Perth, I'm in a fringe show next year called The B-Plot Girls. It's pretty good. It got some really good reviews last year. It's like a comedy musical situation, so check that one out as well.
I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but Rachel has stopped threatening people to read a book. It's now just a, hey, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be super groovy and stuff.
If you don't read my book immediately, I'm going to come to your house and sit on your foot so that you can't move ever. You don't understand this. I'm weighed like tungsten carbide, okay? If I sit on you, you're not going anywhere until you've finished my fucking book.
Pat, she's threatening you again.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
should-
like
you
we
should
need to get her back.
Kill that spellfire bar.
Kill the
This is
spellfire.
entrapment.
One more chance for the series.
It was entrapment. We got
I
you.
fell right into it, damn it.
Yeah, you did.
I just love getting to creatively threaten people.
It's great.
Rachel 2021.
I know Rachel in their meat space as well. Being having your foot sat on by Rachel would be inconveniencing, certainly. Like, I am now unable to move very much. Madame and Monsieur, Dame de Heron and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I am Heckin' Josh the Pirate, and I've been your humble DM and storyteller this evening. If you enjoyed my face and voice tonight, which I hope you did, you can find me in Paparotica at Fringe World. The links went up in chat a little while ago. And generally infesting the art scene here in Perth. I have my own channel, Corsair's Cove, where you can find the second Humblewood campaign I run with my lovely wife, the Mother of Bunnies, as Kesh, along with Josh Towns, Nikolai Kravchenko, and Brendan Ellis. That's the one. I was just like, I just saw the words Academy of Xandar. I was like, no, the other one wasn't Academy of Xandar. That's what tripped me up. Brendan as well, playing the redoubtable Eric over there. Alternatively, if you like the majestic voice, but you think I could stand to turn the face down a bit, you can check out the podcast I am in. There Be Dragons, the 5e D&D podcast in a fantasy gunpowder setting where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar. Und his little dragon, Rosh. You see, I don't always do it. That was you had to point that out. Und his little dragon.
Do it every time. Go watch back the VOD.
Every single
I
time.
just didn't though, but I just didn't. And I
It's
wasn't
in
thinking
your head
about it.
now,
No, I wasn't thinking about it.
Now, Josh.
All right, well, we need to go away from here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been marvelous. Yeah, it's a lovely group that we love hanging out with you guys. So we are going to go away and raid somebody now. Who shall we raid? We haven't raided Agent number 1 in a while. That's always fun. Agent is a good friend of the channel. He used to be in TSA. Agent number 1 is currently just chatting, probably, I suspect, about Total War Warhammer 3. And I am dead set keen to hear what he has to say, because the guy is a knowledgeable freak about that. So, we're going to drop a raid on Agent number 1. Throw up your favorite raid emotes in chat. Tell him where you came from. Send him the love, as we always do. And we shall see you next week for the ultimate, the final, the season finale of Humblewood of
Where we
Flux
make
and Fire.
Trish pull a card.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just
Do
be
it! I'm
careful.
not scared!
Just be careful not to do it. Just be careful not
the
to
raid
do it
got cancelled.
until... Oh, hang on. I didn't mean to cancel the raid there. The raiding. Okay. Just be careful not to do it until next week's episode. We wouldn't want it to go off early now, would we?
Donate enough to get it to like 80-90%, and then
I'm
wait.
not going to
till-
tell people what to do with their money. Alrighty, guys.
I am. We need to get Trish.
Very well.
Seize the moment.
You can be that person. And we'll be back next week for Dan's birthday. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.